bro.
I'm recording now?
Yeah,
I'm gonna beat y'all hoes
We're
ass
recorded
as
too,
soon as I
goddammit.
catch y'all. Let go. Brother. If it was a problem, we supposed to be cool, then bitch, you should've told me. Thinking how I should go fuck on that nigga and take him, but that was the old me. When the hate don't work, they start telling lies. Yeah, that what you showed me. Keep telling your friends I ain't even all that. Girl, you just mad 'cause he chose me. You cannot be cool with a bitch that like to eat coochie, 'cause she gon' want eat you. How you sit on your ass all day and don't make a profit? Hold that what that weed do. You niggas be bitches, y'all stand y'all feelings. I'm starting to think that y'all bleed too.
Landy, what episode are we on? 133. Make sure you grab a drink, you grab your smoke, and tune in.
We gon' come home and we gon' have kids together. I keep it cordial, I ain't trusting these hoes. They doing shit right up under your nose. They say that it's more about respect, now it's about that dick. You know how that goes, but bitch don't call me. Tryna have smoke, how about a nigga? Say that y'all doing it big over there, baby. We doing way bigger. I had my fun with him, gave him right back. So what is the issue? Say that she gon' be my ass when she see me. He must be the nigga. Hold not call me, tryna have smoke, how about a nigga? Say that y'all doing it big over there, baby. We doing way bigger. I had my fun with him, gave him right back. So what is the issue? Say that she gon' be my ass when she see me. He must be the nigga. I ain't arguing with no bitch that look like the hash sling slasher. Got no respect for herself. She fucked on the game and he passed. Swear to the Lord, got him screaming, I preach. Now they should make me pastor. Run up a check, put it all in they face, so these bitches can hate me fast. But I'm like a runner man. Real go to this shit, they don't understand. No Lola, I been had 100 bands. Since that rich chocolate look like I just got 100 tans. Real boss, no back talking. Y'all tweeted about him, now you back stalking. See if that was me, I be back dogging. Have my new nigga in the back closet, but you bitch made. They gon' do nothing but watch your bitch page. Try to piece together what a bitch say, but I'm used to it. Been had hoes bothered since the 6th grade. If you want, I can show you how to be a dog, bitch, no kidding. I feel bad for you on the low, 'cause I know you fucked up being dizzy. But bitch, don't call me, tryna have smoke, how about a nigga? Say that y'all doing it big over there, baby, we doing way bigger. I had my fun with him, gave him right back, so what is the issue? Say that she gon' be my ass when she see me, he must be the nigga. Hold not call me, tryna have smoke, how about a nigga? Say that y'all doing it big over there, baby, we doing way bigger. I had my fun with him, gave him right back, so what is the issue? Say that she gon' be my ass when she see me, he must be the nigga.
That's how they talking in the A? That's how they talking in the A?
Yeah.
In the real A.
Yeah, the real Atlanta.
We can't be fucking that up. Don't fuck that up. I feel like she'll get mad at us if we fuck that up.
I ain't gonna get mad. I'm just be like, I already done told everybody what it was now.
So Landy, you said it was what, 133 episodes. We got Omeretta in the building.
Yeah, it's popping, y'all.
Just so you know, I tried to get you up here for quite a while, but you're too cool. You know, just like everybody else, too cool. Yeah, I get it how it is. You know what I'm saying? Too busy, too cool.
No.
Don't jump into her DMs. She ain't responding.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what's up with you? How you feeling out here? Got you out here in Miami?
It's cool. It just been storming a lot, so I ain't really been able to catch the vibe. But I mean, it's straight.
Yeah, hopefully we catch the vibe tomorrow.
Yeah,
because it'll do the same shit though. It's gonna
tomorrow rain.
It just rains every motherfucking day.
Yeah, they said it was hurricane season, so I get it.
Yeah, I don't want no damn hurricanes. I've been out here for about 6 years. I ain't have to deal with no hurricanes yet.
I thought they had like a lot of.
There is, but I just didn't have to deal with any consequences from it.
Oh, okay. They be having a lot of them though in Miami.
Nah, they definitely out here for sure.
Yeah,
like tsunamis, all that.
Yeah. Tsunamis.
Oh,
wait.
No.
Take it too far.
I'm from Buffalo. I get blizzards. In my opinion, I feel like blizzards are worse.
Oh yeah, that's the cold land.
I guess it's like a hurricane with snow.
Yeah, I
can't do that.
Yeah,
I can't do the
straight
cold
on
weather.
that. No.
Yeah, I'd rather my house blow away than to have to deal with that shit again. But I'm too old to deal with that shit too. Like I feel like I get arthritis in the cold and shit. You know,
I can't do that.
But anyways, what's up with you? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm chilling, vibing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You know,
I just be kicking it. Not too much.
When's the last time you even did an interview?
Damn.
I feel like we got a lot of shit to talk about.
Last time I did an interview, it probably was like last year around sometime.
Okay.
I don't think I did no interview all this year.
We got a lot of shit to talk on the Danza project. Anyway, shout out to Queen. Chris isn't here today.
Hey.
So we got Queen. the co-host with the most tonight.
Y'all,
you know what I'm saying? We had her up here once before with the Jim Jones. I've been telling y'all, I've been trying to lure her in. We gotta get more people over to the Danza Project. We need a female's point of view.
Well, I feel like Danza, I just feel like this is home for me. So, you know, I just love being here, and I love you guys having me here. So, you know, I'm ready to talk my shit anytime.
There we go.
Call me anytime.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So when it comes to the music for you, because what we do in the Danza Project is, I won't say there's no other podcast that does what we do. I don't know how many of them do it. I pay attention to what we do. I watch a couple other podcasts. But the most important part is, for us, is we want to get to know the person behind the artist.
Right.
So as far as how you even got into music, how did that happen for you?
You talking about like
All the way back.
all the way back?
Yeah.
I started doing music when I was like 8 years old. Me and my sisters had a group called 3SD, and I was the songwriter of the group. So I've been writing music for a long time, but I used to sing until my auntie told me I didn't know how to sing, so I had to take my talents elsewhere.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
So I started rapping. I wrote my first rap when I was 12. And then I knew how to rap, and I started writing, like, because I used to have a crew, because everybody in Atlanta had crews growing up. So I had my own crew. Everybody had their own crew. So I used to beef with crews. I used to write diss raps about crews and stuff. That's how I first started rapping, writing diss raps. And then I started making music. Like, we used to have, like, this studio in the neighborhood that we all used to go to and record songs and stuff. I really thought I was going to blow up when I was, like, 14, and with the little records that I was putting out. But then I went to college. I just went to college just to do something after high school because I didn't want to be like a dropout or something like that. So I just went. But I always knew I wanted to do music by the 12th grade. So then I dropped out of college to pursue my music career. And then I went viral on the internet. I just posted a rap. It was like a challenge. And I posted it. And it went viral. And everybody was like, oh, she hard. This the best one. This the best one. I'm like, oh, y'all like this. Like, this ain't near what I really got. So I just kept doing, like, putting my verses on other people's beats and posting them online. And it just built me up a fan base, like freestyling.
I love that.
So who in your family was the musician, moms or pops?
Everybody. Like, everybody in my family do music. My granddaddy sings sometimes, write music. All my uncles rap. All my brothers, my cousins, my sisters, my mama, my aunties. Like, everybody in my family do music.
What's it like growing up in the household? Because I feel like there had to be some sort of, like, authenticity in that household where nobody holds their tongue.
I mean, she don't hold her tongue in her music, I'm damn sure she don't hold her tongue in the household.
Yeah, but I feel like that is how it came about in that household.
Yeah, it was pretty chaotic. Like, I grew up in a lot of chaos. Like, everybody's fights breaking out every day. I feel like I done fought almost everybody in my family.
Yeah, I did too. You know what I'm saying? Sisters got it too.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean? Everybody.
My older sister used to whoop my ass for like...
Until you learn how to fight her back.
Yeah, until I learned how to fight her back. And then I threw her through a fucking wall, and I was like, I'm the goddamn man.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But now the way it is, I was talking about this in an episode before, like, and y'all can tell me how y'all feel about this, you're females, right? Mm-hmm. I was, I guess saying females is disrespectful.
Yeah,
you're women.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
It you know.
Women.
Because you ain't going to say males. That's the only reason why.
True. Yeah. It's just easier. It's
I
a good word.
That's why I don't be tripping.
But now, so, like, I feel like I spoke about this openly, and I'll never change my thoughts. I'm not that type of person to bite my tongue either.
Right.
If I saw my sister getting jumped, I'm
jumping in.
Yeah.
Period.
Beating the shit out of those bitches.
Yeah. For real.
All I gotta say is, y'all ain't learned from Alabama yet. Alabama Montgomery.
Yeah.
Yeah, we throwing chairs, bitch. we swinging chairs around this bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't. There's no chance that it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But so, like, you got a chaotic household, because I feel like it really is super apparent in your music that you don't bite your tongue for shit. And then you're talking about you were making diss records early on already.
Yeah, because I'm just like, I don't know. People like describe me sometimes as a person that's like real confrontational. Like, growing up, like, I always was the girl that go confront people. Like, oh, you said you was going to do this. What you say you was going to do? Oh, this person said this. Like, I always was that person that just always like in school, if two people was finna fight, I'm going to make sure they fight. I'm going to instigate it and make sure that they fight. Like, I was that type of person. I just always up for the drama.
Always up. You got suspended a lot?
Yeah.
No.
How many siblings?
My mama got 6 kids and my daddy got 4 kids.
Separate.
Yeah.
10 total.
Hold on, because I got one sibling that's on my mama and my daddy's side.
So there's 9 of you, right? 8 of you. I don't know how it works.
1, 2, 3.
Math got all fucked up when you.
Do you count both sides?
But anyways,
8,
like older brothers.
9. I don't have no older brothers.
So where are you standing at?
So I got one big sister, and she 1 year older than me, and I'm my daddy first child, and I'm my mama's second child.
Okay. All right, so yeah, there's a big family shit. I'm just trying to piece it all together as this interview goes on, so I know exactly where we stand. You know what I'm saying, or who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, you gonna find out.
Yeah, that's what we aim to do. But like, so you grow up in that household, you're making music. When did it become like that you got into the scene? When did that?
Like the industry scene?
Yeah, what was your breaking moment? Landon, what the hell is that sound? I hear some clicking going on. Got some fucking WhatsApp messages creeping up in there. Landon's watching porn.
No.
Nah, so being
I'm trying to see I feel like my starts into the industry maybe was, you mean like on what type of level, like fame or like just meeting like different artists in the industry?
Like what broke you in as far as like what record put you on the map?
Oh, because I feel like for me, it wasn't like a breakout song. It was like gradually, like me just continuing to post freestyles and everybody like, oh damn, that girl, she be going in. Like, cause I used to rap in my basement, so that's what a lot of people know me from, like rapping in my basement. So they're like, oh shorty, like she be going in the basement. That girl from Atlanta, like that's how everybody started to like know me and stuff. Like it wasn't a record that just like and just put me on the map. Like I feel like it was like gradually over time.
And how did the name come about, Omeretta?
My uncle gave me that name. Cause I was calling myself Lil Mari. My real name is Amari, and everybody in my family called me Mari. So when I first started, I was calling myself Lil Mari. So I had went to the my uncle here in prison. I went to the prison. I was like, he was like, I heard you out there rapping and stuff. He was like, what you call yourself? And I was like, Lil Mari. And he was like, He was like, Omeretta. And when he said it, I immediately wanted it because I already knew it was something gangster. Like it was the female version of Omeretta. So I was like, yeah. I was like, how you spell it? And I was just waiting to go back outside and get my phone out the car and change all my social medias to it.
That's fire. Change all my social medias to. How old are you?
27.
27.
27.
Change all my social medias too. Because like early on, you're talking about rapping that young, social medias right away, man. Like I'm old. You feel me? But I'm a Reddit. I think that is a very dope name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it definitely suits you well.
Facts.
Yeah, definitely.
Facts.
So you're somebody, I'm gonna be honest with you, you're somebody, when I listen to your music, you just talking like, oh shit, rah, 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 rah. Like, who do you feel like was a big music influence to you?
When I was growing up, I used to listen to like Lil Wayne. I used to listen to Eminem. Like Eminem, Mama Cleaning Out My Closet was like my favorite song of all time. Like that was my favorite song. I listened to that One Plies album, The Testament or something like that. He had a lot of real songs on there. I love Jeezy, Tip, who else? I think that was about it. That one Webby song. I just used to listen to people that I could relate to or that was like real lyricists. Like I ain't really listen to like the BS.
So what do you feel like sets your music apart from other female artists in the game right now?
I feel like, I don't know, cause a lot of other female artists, they be like more on a like kind of sexual thing. I feel like my music be kind of like rowdy, like make you want to fight somebody type time.
Girl, I ain't gonna lie, I played your music in the car and I was ready to spin a block on an X or two. I ain't gonna lie, baby. Listen, but how do you come up with your creative process? Because it's like you're somebody that's always kind of just expressing your feelings and emotions in it. So how does that,
happen? Mm-hmm. Sometimes it just like it depends on the mood that I'm in for real. And like sometimes like if I'm in a sad mood, I'll look for a sad beat, or if I'm in a lit mood, I look for a lit. Like I'ma always just like put whatever I'm feeling on the beat. Like I'm not gonna think too hard about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what, like, since you've been in, the music industry and you have, 1 million followers on Instagram, I ain't gonna lie, you there, sis, you there. What do you feel like has been the biggest obstacle that you faced thus far with being in the music industry?
I feel like myself, like it be crazy because like a lot of times like you don't be realizing how much that you'll hold your own self back just because of the thoughts that be in your head. And I feel like for a long time, like I used to tell myself like all this bad negative stuff, like, oh, you ain't gonna do this or you ain't gonna do that, and that type of stuff like really get in your way and stop you from doing what you supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like I had to overcome me, like, to be able to, you know, push forward.
If you can collaborate with someone right now, like, I mean, right at this moment, to
anybody,
who would it be?
Rihanna.
Whoa, damn.
That's a big record.
I can see that.
I love her.
Damn, that's fire.
Rihanna is like she does not have to make music.
She don't know.
Like most of the times, like the star dims. Hers just
keep going up. Like she does everything. Like she's just that girl.
What was it? Black Panther Part 2, the one that she did the record for.
No, that was Wakanda. Wakanda,
yeah. That fucking
went crazy.
Yeah, she did 1 track or 2 tracks, and everybody's just changes the world.
I can't say y'all, but look.
So how did the Sorry Not Sorry record come about? And did you know in advance that it was going to ruffle so many feathers?
It's so crazy because, like, when I dropped it, everybody, all they say now, like, oh, clout chaser, she looking for clout. But I literally wrote that song because I had a friend, and she was a photographer, and she was in, like, the photography studio taking pictures, and I was just out in her car bored, and I'm like, let me just write a song. And I'm like, what? I ain't got nothing. I'm tired of rapping about me being the GOAT. I was like, I need to rap about something else. So I'm like, what can I rap about? So that is a subject that always just be on my mind, like, bro, folks always claiming my city and they not from here. So I just wrote the record. And when I rapped it to her when she got in the car, she was like, you know you can't drop that, right? I was like, girl, you don't tell me what to do, I'm gonna drop it out.
Yeah, there you go. She probably made the record happen for sure.
And then, but I sat on it for like a year. Like, I sat on it for a whole year. I didn't even take it to the studio until like, because that was like in March of 2021. And then like December of 2021, I recorded it. And then by that time, I had got management. And then I sent it to them, and they was like, what do you think you finna do with this record? This and third, like, this is a crazy record. And I was like, I'm finna drop it. What y'all mean? And they was like, you sure about that? And I'm like, yeah. Like, cause to me, everybody else like, this finna be crazy. Everybody finna be mad at you. But I'm like, shit. I'm just letting people know what's up. Like,
you definitely made a few people a little. I ain't gonna lie.
A lot of people, they was really mad. Like, bro, chill. Like. Because to me, when I do stuff, I live in my own head. So I don't be, like, always thinking about how the next person going to feel. That's why a lot of people like, oh, she rude sometimes. Because it's like I live in my own head. So I'm not always thinking about other people's feelings. Like, I'm just be thinking about me sometimes. So
with that, like, I want to ask you, do you feel like, because obviously, you know, you living in your own head and stuff like that, do you feel like cancel culture is real? Like, would you be afraid to put something like that in your music? And it's like,
I mean, with cancel culture, it depends, I feel like, on the depth of the situation. Like, sometimes they try to cancel people because of, like, their opinion. And I feel like that type of stuff, you really can't cancel nobody over because you can't get mad at how somebody feel. But sometimes when people do stuff that just, like, too far gone, like, yeah, you might well just let it go.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot easier for a man to get canceled than a woman.
Yeah.
Anyways, like they're waiting to.
But it's just because it's all about what you come with. Because I feel like cancel culture is only real if the artists make it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you play into that. Like, if you keep putting out stuff like you not affected, like, well, okay, what y'all said don't matter. I still got fans and people still gonna fuck with me.
Because it's like, don't say nothing and then 2 hours later you apologizing about it.
Exactly.
You can't do that because it's like that's what causes people to kind of just nitpick and keep going.
Yeah, I feel like it's tough for people. I don't like people have some huge battle with it. Like, damn, I want to apologize because they might have offended somebody that they fuck with or something. Like, you know,
true.
I genuinely, like, I'm in front of a microphone and I'm gonna be in front of a microphone for a long goddamn time. Right. And I've been on a lot of episodes and I feel like I'm gonna always say what I gotta say. If they hate it and they want to cancel me, I feel like the moment, because it's gonna happen. The moment I get canceled, I'm like, I made it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they talking.
Yeah.
Like, I
And
feel
then
like you gotta use it
shit.
exactly. You gotta use it as your advantage. Like, it'll only work if you play into it, or if you start going down. They be like, oh, we really did it. Like, if you go up, well, you can get out of here.
That's how it is. Shit, I'm voting for Trump too.
See,
You know what I'm saying? Just letting y'all know. But like, I wanna play a game with you. All right. I want to play a game with you.
Okay.
And it's gonna be, we're gonna call the game Who's Really from the A.
Okay.
And I'm gonna list off some artists for you. So I want to see her reaction. So
messy
make sure the
shit.
camera's
This
on her.
messy.
All right. So I'm gonna just give you the name of artists. You can tell me if they're really from the A.
All right.
Lotto,
No.
Gucci,
No.
Jeezy,
No.
Ludacris.
No.
Ludacris not from the A?
Not from
Because
the real
I be
A.
with the A and the A.
Not from the real A.
Damn.
Soulja Boy.
You know,
gotta
a
be
lot
from
of
the
people
A.
say
He
he from
gotta
the
be.
west side. So he might be from the A.
Is the West Side like Decatur? What do they call it? Decatur?
No. The west side is like Don Juan. Decatur is not Atlanta.
Oh damn.
Gunna.
No.
Damn.
Lil Nas X.
I don't think so.
Kanye.
No. Kanye from Atlanta?
Nah, Kanye's
Nah,
from
Kanye was born
Chicago.
in Atlanta.
He was born in.
Huh?
But is he like from?
You know he always
I don't
reps
think
Chicago though.
Yeah, I don't
like
think
he always
from
talk about
Atlanta.
Chicago.
He don't
yeah.
have nothing Atlanta.
Yeah,
in him.
nah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think he.
Yeah.
From.
T-Pain.
No, I don't.
That's Tallahassee. That's Florida.
Yeah, he ain't from Atlanta.
Don't no.
Put anybody on that list.
Don't give our artists away. Don't take what we created.
So is T-Pain the artist that you claim like that? I'm not
I
saying
mean,
he's
no,
a whack
I-
or anything. I feel like that's not
No. Florida definitely claims T-Pain. Like it's certain people we don't claim, but we claim T-Pain.
Okay.
You know, yeah, we claim him.
I guess. I guess.
Yeah, he's ours.
He's ours.
So explain to me what you mean when you say from the A for the people that don't understand what you're talking about.
Okay, so Atlanta is a city in Georgia. And Atlanta consists of about 6 zones, zone 1 through 6. And a lot of people, they say, oh, I'm from Atlanta, but then they rep other things. And it's like, okay, you got somebody that say, oh, I'm from Decatur. Decatur is Atlanta. And it's like, how is Decatur going to be Atlanta? Because if it's Decatur, then that's what it is, Decatur. You never going to hear somebody like, oh, Atlanta. You never going to hear another name for Atlanta. It's just Atlanta. Decatur, when you see it on a map or something, it's going to say Decatur, Georgia. Because they separate the city and the state. A lot of people like, oh, Decatur is Atlanta. No, it's not. College Park is not. It's another city. Like all these places, they're different
Bubba
cities.
Sparks.
Huh?
Bubba Sparks not from Atlanta.
What's that?
What is wait? So what about Clayton County?
Yeah, Clayco.
That's Atlanta, right?
No, that's Morrow, Georgia.
Okay.
So all of it is like different cities in Georgia. But
Fulton
County, that's Atlanta.
That's Atlanta. Okay.
That's
okay.
Atlanta.
Okay. Okay, so I got people in Atlanta then.
Yeah, she knows her Atlanta shit. And that's how I believe you ruffled so many feathers. And I believe Ludacris had a response to that.
Yeah,
right?
he did. But all the people that responded, like, they never said, like, oh, I am from Atlanta. They was just saying, like, oh, we did a lot for Atlanta, though. Like, I'm like, that ain't what
But
I
you can't
said.
claim
Like,
Atlanta,
you know, I didn't say what y'all didn't do. I just said you're not from the city. That's it.
So did you just like make enemies with that record? Was people were some of these artists mad? Did anybody reach out to you to talk shit?
No. Like, I mean, the only, like, they could be mad. Because that's a thing that, like, really a conversation in Atlanta, like, beyond me making a song, like, niggas be in jail fighting behind it, like, because they be like, oh, go to jail. Like, I'm from Atlanta. You got a real Atlanta person. Like, man, you ain't from Atlanta. Like, because all the people from the city of Atlanta, we take that serious just because we was born and raised there. Like, we ran these streets together. Like, we really had to struggle there. And, like, growing up, you got people from Lithonia, like, bro, y'all living in nice, big suburban houses. Y'all come to the city and try to be, like, gangster and cool, but we really down here struggling. So it's, like, it's disrespectful. Don't come to our place trying to claim it or for, like, a look or an image. So people from the outskirts, they really be upset, like, oh, these folk from the city think they better than everybody because they ain't, like, I'm like, no, we don't think that. Just where you from, like we is, like, you know.
So does it upset you?
That people do that?
Yeah.
It do kind of irritate me.
Yeah. Yeah. You could hear it on the record so people know. So when you had that record come out, talking about Boosie and you got the response from Boosie. Like that's one of the biggest people in the world right now when it comes to this media shit.
Yeah.
When he talks, the world stops and listens.
Yeah.
Right. So when it came to what is that? Oh, supercars. God damn. It's just loud as hell. Damn, I lost my train of thought for a second.
You said
when it came to Boosie, when it comes to Boosie is like all the way out there in the media, right? Like when he speaks, now everybody knows.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he responded to you. He said he fucks with you.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
and he don't know why you mentioned him.
But to me, I'm like, everybody when I dropped that record, they like, oh, the same thing. She clout chasing. But to me, I sat down and did, because everybody, all the female rappers was doing Put It On the Floor remix. I did mine. I wanted mine to be different from everybody else's. So I'm like, what can I talk about? So the whole thug thing, that's a trending topic. Everybody speaking about it. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to talk about this. Cool. Now, when I was writing it, I already knew it was a little drama. But I was like, I'm going to get to the end of it and see how it sound like. And then by the time I got to the end, the shit was so fire. So I called my best friend on the phone. I let her listen to it. She like, ooh, like, you finna put that out? And I'm like, she was like, that shit hard though. Then I called my brother. He like, oh, I don't know about that. He was like, that bitch is smacking though. Like, everybody like, I don't know, but that bitch hard. So I'm like, bro, that bitch too hard not to drop. I gotta drop it. Like, I'm the type of person, I really don't care about what somebody finna say to me. Like, I don't care about the backlash. Like, I don't care. I'ma just tell the truth, because ain't nobody else finna tell these people. Like, everybody, they get in the interviews and say this and this about people. Like, worry about y'all own business, and then they feel like can't nobody else say something. I say something, then everybody like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But these folks can sit down and say this, that, A to Z, and say everything else. Like, bro, y'all need to mind y'all business. Like, worry about y'all own stuff.
So you feel like Boosie was bullshitting though?
I feel like, to me, with the whole situation with the Gunna Thug situation, I feel like they on some slick bullying Gunna type situation. Like, I feel like it's too many rats and snitches in the streets that's like really ratting, like really snitching. But these niggas got money and they supposed to be gangsters, so ain't nobody gonna say nothing to them because they feel like they gonna get touched. But then Gunna, somebody that ain't even snitch, he just copped out, took a plea deal. You feel me? They all like, oh, he a pussy ass nigga, because y'all feel like he ain't not gonna touch y'all. So to me, it's like on some fake bully. Y'all trying to do something to somebody that really y'all feel like ain't gonna do nothing to y'all, but y'all not gonna have that same energy with these niggas that's really out here snitching because you feel like they'll do something to you. So to me, I'm like, oh, y'all lame as hell. Like, I gotta say something.
You know, that's bold. But now, I'm gonna be honest with you. You wouldn't see a lot of female artists willing to be unapologetically, you know the word.
Yeah.
Themselves. Like being themselves and just, you know, saying what they want to say. So I just want to know, like, where does the confidence come from? Like, is that just something that you were born with, or is just, did you have to grow over time?
I don't know. I just feel like just me growing up, like, that's my character. Like, even like in the household with like my sisters and stuff, like my sister let my mama or my grandma slap them. They know not to ever slap me. Like, I'm going there with you. Like, I'm going to react. I might hit you. I might hit you back. I don't know. My reflex is crazy. Like, don't talk to me crazy, because I'm going to give you that same energy that you give me. Like, that's just the type of person that I am. I'm going to speak up. Like, if I feel like it's some bullshit going on, I'm going to say it. Like, but I was always the kid. Like, my sister and my brothers, then they'll get whooped regularly. I'm the one get beat in the head with a heel. Like, but that's just...
So do you feel, in your opinion, I mean, you kind of answered it, but I don't really know. Like, so you feel like genuinely like Gunna didn't rat?
Yeah, no, I don't feel like he ratted. A lot of people say that he did because it's like he took a plea deal, and because they fight in a RICO case, and he like the part of his charge is like, oh, YSL is a gang. You feel me? But the whole RICO Act is not just YSL being a gang. It's YSL committing crimes and you know what I'm saying, doing stuff like that. He never got on the stand like, oh yeah, we did this, we did that's snitching. Like, you got niggas actually sitting in interrogation rooms telling ABCD. Be mad at them niggas. Like, don't be mad at the nigga who a damn millionaire, a rapper, and y'all mad he didn't want to take a 20-year bid on some shit that he ain't doing. He took a plea deal. Like, I feel like anybody in that situation like that really ain't had nothing to do with that would have did the same thing. Like, of course these niggas gonna get on the internet and be like, oh, I'm a real nigga, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. But y'all niggas would do the same thing. Like, he did what was beneficial to him and his family and his life, as anybody should. Like, and as a real nigga, you shouldn't want no nigga to sit down and try to do no time for you. Like, that's just real.
No.
Do you feel like there was communication between Thug and Gunna to take that?
I mean, probably not, but
because it does,
you don't
like,
think
it
so?
does
Because
implicate.
he posted something. Didn't he post
does.
him?
It does implicate him in the situation, because I think and I'm not fully like well versed on the entire situation, but I think Thug's statement was YSL is not a gang. So when you got Gunna saying that it is a gang, it makes it a tougher case for Thugger.
Do you think that was part of the deal, though? He had to come out and say that
Absolutely.
it was a gang.
That's how plea deals work.
And that's personally what I think that it was. I think that it was more so, okay, he's saying that it's not a gang, it's a label and stuff like that. But I really, truly think that was part of his
That's what I'm
plea
saying.
deal.
Like, he
was kind of like tricked
no,
into saying that.
Like, he didn't come out and say that.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't a trick. It wasn't a trick, but he didn't come out and just like, oh, YSL a gang. But one of his charges was YSL is a gang. And he had to plead guilty to all his charges in order to go home.
Because he's a gang member. Because YSL.
So to me, it's like it's a tricky situation, but like, what you gonna do? Like, at the end of the day, like, real shit. Like, if you in that situation and they telling you, oh, you could be facing up to this many years, or you could take a plea deal and go home.
So we had Charleston White up here recently, and you can't get anyone more controversial than that guy right now. And he actually speaks on, you know, like in his idea, everybody should snitch.
Yeah.
Get yourself out. You know what I mean? It's that ass. That's how he talks. But when he was talking about it, he was talking about the 6ix9ine situation, and he's like, you know what they were doing to that boy?
Who, 6ix9ine?
Yeah, they were like, you know what they were doing to Daniel? He was like, all the shit that they were doing to him, you're gonna go to prison and be locked up with the people that are actually talking about murdering you?
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say it be a lot of like opinions until niggas actually get in that situation. And then like 20 years, 25, that's a long
And that's what I was
time.
going to get into. So
like,
what Charleston White was saying, he's like, you know, and it is true, right? This is super true.
Right.
When a lot of people on the internet and in a circle will always talk about what they'll do.
Right.
People talk about what they'll do if they had bread.
Right.
Like if I had a functioning business, I buy this, and this.
Yeah,
Like, we'll see what happens when you get a business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people talk about what happens. Like, yo, for a lot of people, they won't even get to that space
to
be able to go snitch on Stan because they're snitching immediately as they get pulled over. You know what I mean? Go get this person. So it is a lot of the social media world. You get the opportunity for everybody to comment and tell you what they would or wouldn't do. Mm-hmm. But I could tell. You know, most of us could tell just by looking at an individual. Like, if you don't shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But even a lot of niggas that you think be solid will still fold. Like, and they be the main ones on paperwork, like actually snitching. Like, but all the people that saying stuff, I'm like, y'all endorse snitches, y'all pay them, y'all make them famous. And then y'all got all this to say about this person that really ain't even snitched. Like, y'all, that would be making me feel some type of way about people. Because to me, I be feeling like if you're not going to keep that same energy with everybody, just shut up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody doing this, somebody doing it, don't look over to this person and just say it and then turn a blind eye to this person because you might be scared. Like, have this. That's what make you a real nigga when you addressing the whole thing. But don't just address somebody that you think just lame or pussy and they ain't going to do nothing because they make you look lame. You feel me?
So you're saying that people just look at Gunna and they think he's a pussy, so that's why they feel that way.
I honestly believe that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
they
definitely.
Mad at Gunna because they feel like he's saying he got tricked. He didn't get tricked. You know what you about to say when you go in that room.
No, you definitely can't get tricked. As a grown man, you can't be tricked.
Like, that's why people so mad.
But I think they was mad before that.
But he just came out like I feel like when people respect this, he just come out like, yeah, I fucked up. Like, but he going with the they tricked me route.
It is a bad route to take. I ain't gonna lie. You can't at a certain age.
But I feel like they was mad before the song came out.
For sure, I think they were mad the whole time.
Yeah,
I mean they were mad as soon as he came home.
Right.
Yeah. But again, just for all those that are watching right now, 90% of the people are gonna be doing that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just so you guys know.
That's why I'll be telling, like, when people be on all this gangster stuff, like, you can't be gangster with 20, 30 niggas. Like, you're gonna always crash and burn because 29, 28 of them niggas is gonna tell on you. Like, they gonna snitch. They gonna fold. You gonna get messed up. If you a gangster, be gangster by yourself. Like, you running around doing all this. People be running with all these big crowds. Why would you be telling 10, 20 people that you just went and did something to somebody?
No, that's crazy.
It's crazy. But these folks don't know how to be gangster. They talking about street code. Y'all don't know nothing about no street code.
Damn.
Bars. I'm a Reddit with the bars. So like I feel like while we're speaking about it, Lil Boosie is somebody that did always stand on 10 toes.
Right.
Right. So when you think about what Lil Boosie is and his opinion is valid to him and the people who think like him.
Right.
Right. Because it really is like there are a lot of individuals that do live that life.
Right.
And then when it comes to, taking that time or holding it down, they do.
Right.
And they're not afraid to do it.
Right.
I know a bunch of individuals like that, so they'll frown upon them no matter what. It's over. It's a wrap.
But that might be in the sense of jealousy. They might be mad they did all that time and wasn't man enough to, you know what I'm saying? Not saying snitch, but do what's best for you. Like, I feel like a lot of people be trying to stick to a code so bad you end up losing in the end. Like, you feel me? Like,
right.
I'm not finna near sit down and do no 20 years for nobody. I don't care, because if you cared about me, you wouldn't make me do that. You feel what I'm saying? So, folk be trying to be so real, and then they done been did it, and know they want everybody else to do it. Oh, I did 20 years for another nigga. That's on you. Like, that was stupid. So, that's how you coming from a place of envy sometimes. Like, these folks be...
So do you feel like he's just in saying that Atlanta is full of rats?
Everywhere full of rats. Like, what? Like,
I know a couple of rats in Florida.
Right, like, everywhere full of rats. Like,
Landon. Just catching you up. But no, I agree with you. That's kind of what I look at it as. I was having a conversation with my man about it earlier, and I'm like, yo, where is it?
what?
When it comes to like rats, right? Like, where are they not?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're loaded all over the place.
Right.
You know,
And then people don't address all the rats. They just address specific rats.
Yeah, whatever it feels like they'll get the most clout.
Exactly.
And a lot of people just want to be somebody that commented.
Exactly. To feel like they know stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I feel like that's the way the world is now. Like the new famous people for the social media is like whoever gets the most likes on their comment.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the first, like even when if I post when I post a link with you, somebody's like, oh, Omeretta The Great. Why is she great?
Right. Exactly.
It's just like, all right, come on, bro.
Right. Exactly.
Like you're wasting your whole time. People be commenting on the clips that we be posting and shit and want to talk, and it's like, I genuinely don't give a fuck, right? Like if you hate me, I really don't care.
Because what do that do for me, right?
But I'm all the way down with clowning them for a little bit or entertaining it, because I'm a troll too.
Right, exactly.
So if you want to troll me,
I'm a complete troll. You saw how I was talking shit underneath your post?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because baby girl thought she had it, and I was ready to give it to her. Because listen, I will troll your ass all day. Period. Literally, I have time. Because I think what it is that a lot of people. The problem is social media makes people feel like they have an opinion.
Yeah, everybody's opinion matter. Like
everybody's opinion matters, and I'm the type of bitch that's gonna tell you, bitch, I don't care about your opinion.
On God. So the fuck,
that's I don't know. It's just
we need more people in the world like us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just talk that. It's sad.
Carefree.
I'm glad that they're not there, because it gives, like, again, I was speaking about this earlier. Like, the more people that want to be fake, the more notable I could be doing what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I'm
Stand
saying?
out.
Because if everybody wants to be a little bitch about theirs and never want to speak up about what they feel, then the people that do just become more and more and more notable. You got people like Andrew Tate, Charleston White. Like, you can't not watch them because they're talking that shit. And you know what I mean? They're talking that shit and they're standing behind it.
Right.
But see, that goes back to cancel culture. A lot of people that have these big platforms and things, they don't want to be canceled. So they're feeding into, society's way of thinking now, and they're just agreeing with it. In reality, you don't agree with that.
Right.
So that's what's going on right now.
Like, some people just cross the line. Like, some people barely touch the line and they get terrified.
Yeah.
Right? You got this dude, Charleston White, saying the crazy. I don't even want to say it because some of the I don't agree with some of the shit he's saying. But he crosses all the way over that line.
Yeah.
And he's still there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's people that are just scared to tippy-toe it.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a wild world. So getting back to you and the music, how did it track with you and Lotto come together?
You talking about the Sorry Not Sorry? What happened? Okay, so I needed somebody on the remix, and somebody had put under my post, they was like, you should have somebody from one of the cities that you said not Atlanta, and had them like they opposing sides. So I was like, okay. Everybody thought I was throwing jabs at her anyway, so I just DM'd her and I was like, you want to get on this remix? And she was like, send it to me. And then I sent it to her, and then she sent her verse back like a week later.
That's fire.
Yeah.
And then what is it like being in the industry and having all the other women that are out there and working with them? Is that tougher for you?
I mean, it depends, cause like I don't know, like for me, it be like girls is just girls, like it's I don't know. I feel like I'm not really a people person, so it be hard for me sometimes to like mingle and get out there. So I don't know how to describe that. Like in the real world, I don't really have friends. So like in the music industry, like I fuck with who I fuck with, but
Right.
I don't just be like how everybody be like linking up with everybody, and then sometimes like I invite people to stuff and then they don't show up and then they make me mad. Like people like don't take it personal, but then I take it personal because I'm like, oh damn, because I see them with other people and I'm like, damn, so you ain't fuck with me enough to show up to my shit. So
Yeah.
I feel some type of way about it. So
The industry is fickle.
it is.
It's got to be tough for people that are authentic. Like
It is.
you don't want to work with people that are just like, you giving me that half-ass.
But it's like you
energy.
be having to kind of like learn like it's just a business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't take this personal. These just your coworkers.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's if I was in the music industry, that's how I would see it. Like
Right.
these are associates, but they're your coworkers at the
Right.
end of the day. So speaking of the industry, I want to ask you something. It's very controversial.
Oh Lord.
Do you feel as if being, how do I say this? Do you feel as if colorism exists in the music industry? Do you think that plays a part
I feel
in
like
your success?
I feel like it exists.
Okay.
I feel like because a lot of people try to say that it is not a thing, but I don't feel like it's a thing that will make you or break you. Like a lot of people make it seem like that. That's something that's like is gonna determine if you'll rise or fall. But then some people try to make it seem like, oh, y'all tripping, it don't exist, because it's actually like a subconscious thing in your mind. Like it's like something that like I feel like as like okay, like as a dark skinned girl or whatever, like I'm not even gonna say girl, as a dark skinned person, period, you seen as a more tougher person, right?
Right.
So if you come out being tough, like nobody gonna be like, or if you come out knowing how to rap, people are like, oh, that's expected. Like, you supposed to know how to do that. In their head, subconsciously, it's not that impressive. But if you have a lighter skinned person, they most seen as like softer. It's like, oh shit, they rapping hard. Like, this is impressive. Like, but
Right.
subconsciously, people don't understand that's how it play in their head. They don't get that. But that's like how it happened. Like, so people be like, oh, you see like a light skinned female rapper blow up more. It's because to them it's more impressive. Like, oh shit, just
Right,
like,
right. That's what I want to know. Okay.
like how you'll have like a white girl versus a black girl. Like how every time like a white girl do something that a black girl will do, it'll go viral, and people be like, why is this impress y'all so much? Because white girls are not supposed to be able to be like that. But when they do, it's like, oh God, like it's subconsciously in your head, it's like impressive. But when a black girl do something that a black girl's supposed to already know how to do, it's like, it's regular. So that's, I feel like it's a subconscious thing. It's not a thing where it's like, oh, light skinned girls look better than dark skinned girls. It's a thing that like a toughness, a softness, like stuff like that. I feel like it plays subconsciously in people's head and they don't realize it. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
I feel like for white female rappers, they get the
Shit
they don't fuck with them, because we had Justina Valentine up here. She's
Yeah.
from Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
And she really could spit.
She can.
And she, like, a lot of people just look past her, like, oh, we don't want another white rapper girl, or we don't want a white rapper. And like she speaks about it, but it really is true. I've been paying attention. It's like, damn, most people though, when it comes to a white female rapper, most people are just like, get the fuck
I
out.
feel like there's a cap.
But maybe
Huh?
it's because of like what's done happened in the past, like, because Iggy was super successful. But it's like when a thing happens, when you're like, oh, a white girl come, and it's like they steal the culture, and then and then like you come back and it's like, damn, we piped you up, but you're not really with us. So it's a thing where I feel like now it's like we ain't giving it to y'all.
That's truly how I see it. I feel like there's a cap when it comes to white female rappers. Like, I feel like they're gonna get to like a certain level and then it just stops, because I don't want to say it's just, people see it like, oh, she can't do this, she can't do that. I just feel like it's just that viewpoint. It's like, okay, she kind of going a little crazy, or she's talking like a black girl, or she's doing this and doing that.
Right.
And I feel like, just like what you were saying, I feel like it plays in people's head. Like, oh, she's trying to, like, for instance, I'm gonna be real with y'all. White girl, rapper, she does a song. Let's just say in the music video, she want to have braids.
Right.
Next thing, she could honestly, truly, a stylist could have came to her and said, this will go better with your outfit. She could have been doing boxing or whatever.
Right.
She gets the braids. Now all of a sudden, she's impersonating us, and she just da-da-da. That's kind of how that plays off. So that's why I always feel like with them, there's always going to be some type of cap with them.
I feel like though, if it comes off more genuine, like if it's a white girl actually born in the trenches or something like that and just start rapping, I feel like people are just, well, I don't know, I ain't gonna say that either, because
either way, it's like,
just because of the trauma, like it's because of like every time like you have like bringing it into the culture, and then like they take it and run with it, and then kind of shit on black people afterwards. So it's like they like,
they get on Kim Kardashian all the time about how she, they say she tries to steal black culture all the time with the things that she does with her and her kids, all of that. So even so, Kim Kardashian is one of the biggest, celebs in the world right now, but even she still kind of gets that feedback. So that's why I said at some point, it doesn't matter what top songs you have, it's still going to be that cap that's going to stop you from, accelerating. That's how I see it.
I don't have any disagreements with what you're saying. I feel like that's real. It's tough. You know what I mean? Like, and it really is. There's so many spaces that it's tough in.
Right.
And it just goes to show you the industry is tough.
Do
you feel like working with, like, do you feel like you belong in the industry?
I be having like mixed emotions about that. Like sometimes I be like, is this the space for me? But then I love music, and I don't know how to describe it. It's like the entertainment business, like it's so icky, but like that entertainment world is so for me. Like I feel like music, like model, like acting, like all that stuff is so for me, but the industry itself is just so weird. It's just something that you literally just have to deal with. Like you have to learn how to like.
Are you looking into anything else? Like as far as besides music, are you planning on doing like what is that? What you would do?
I know I want to act. Know for sure I want to model. Know for sure I want to start a fashion line. But I'm be all the way real. Like if I could just become a billionaire without doing nothing, like, I wouldn't do jack. Like I swear, like, cause when I was younger, I used to just be like, oh, I just want the fame. Like I get the money later. I just wanted to be famous. That's all I wanted to be. But then it's like when you get famous and you like, oh, all the millions don't come with the fame. Like it's like what the fuck. Like so. It's like now I'm at a point like if I just be a billionaire, like I wouldn't really care. I do all this like as a hobby.
Because it's like you still have to work to maintain the fame, to maintain the money.
Right.
Yeah, I feel a lot of people rely on the industry too much too.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, well, I made music. I'm supposed to get paid off and making millions. You also got to have some sort of a hustle on your own.
Facts.
Because if you're dependent on other people that are guarding your money, it's all fucked
right.
up. You don't want to do it. Did you have bad experiences with management in your career?
Yeah. Like I feel like it took me a long time to find like my management now is like the person, like my brother just that's like the best type of situation I done had, because every time before, like, it's like we never be on the same page. It's like, it's always like, oh, they want me to do this, and I'm telling them what, because I feel like now the music business and so much stuff is ran off of social media, but when you're working with like older people, they like, oh, they try to take it like the old school way, and it's like, you gotta get with the times. Like the times is different from when Destiny Child was blowing up. Like everything is different now. Like everything's so fast paced, and they don't be listening. Like you gotta get with today's industry.
I'm not a yes man.
Because a lot of
I said I'm not a yes man.
Yeah.
She said like because she was just saying how like it's the best situation for her so far because like I guess like we be in agreement, but we don't agree about everything. Just overall, we're in agreement. Like, about her.
Yeah.
About where her career is headed.
It's just like a lot of stuff I still say like, nah, like, or I tell her I don't have no problem like telling her because like, that's what a good man.
That's also the best people to ever have in your circle in any aspect.
Right.
In business, you don't want to say like, oh, I got this dope ass business idea. I think we're gonna make a lot of money off of this, and it's whack as fuck. You know what I mean? In a relationship, when you're dating somebody, you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that's just kind of like, yeah, go do it, or yeah, that's perfect. You like that fucks you up. That sets you back. I'm the type of individual. I don't care what the relationship is, like between us. I'm just gonna keep it 100.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm in a podcast, I'm gonna keep it 100.
Period.
If I'm dating somebody, I'm gonna keep it 100. If I'm talking to my son,
Right.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like that's the only way I feel like that's like people grow. Like if you just like cuddle them and like just tell them whatever they want to hear, they'll just stay in the same place. But if you tell them like if I'm in the studio and I make a song and it's trash and everybody around me like, oh, this shit hard as fuck, I'm gonna keep making the trash because everybody around me saying it's hard. But if people like address me like, nah, that ain't him, like it's gonna make me want to go harder and get better, like because people told me the truth. Like,
did you ever feel like, fuck it, I'm done with the industry, I don't want to deal with it?
yes, plenty of times. Like,
girl, you rap too good for that. We need you. We need you. Stay. We need you.
I'm staying now, but it done been plenty of times where I've been like, fuck it, like. Especially early on, like I don't know, the industry is just something that you like. I feel like the music industry is the most cutthroat industry out of all the industries. Like it's like one of those things that you really gotta turn into like something like a solid brick to be able to maneuver through it. Like for real.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I just like she said, I'm grateful that you're still here, that you're still doing it, because it's something that. It's rare.
Yeah.
It's rare to find somebody that'll speak up.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
the Put It On the Floor remix, like it's refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of people that are afraid to say the things you're saying.
Right.
Like you're really like as a musician, and I think like if you were doing podcasts and shit like that, that would be fire.
Girl, I would tune in every day.
Am
What's
I
she
wrong
talking about
on
today?
that?
What's she talking about?
They'll hate
Mario,
me.
am I wrong on that? If she was doing podcasts, it'd be fire. Yeah, but I feel like it should happen once in a while because you know how to talk your shit.
Yeah.
And it won't be like something that'll be filtered. And in music, we get a lot of that filtered shit.
Facts.
And when it comes to the women, and the women are killing it right now,
Yeah.
but a lot of the women are talking about sex.
Facts.
That's what I was gonna say because y'all know how I feel. So, granted, this is how I see about it. I the women are running the game right now. They winning. But it is getting to that point where, and I've been noticing it, I've been paying attention with my friends and I've been paying attention with social media and things. People are starting to catch on to what's going on. It's like, damn, she always talking about her pussy. She always talking about how I can go use him to make some money.
It be the people that be complaining about it, but they the reason why the artists make the music.
But that's also what I'm saying too. So now it's like when you have somebody that's spitting real facts and spitting how she is, why y'all don't encourage that?
Exactly.
Why y'all don't say, damn, she just talked her shit on this record. Y'all quick to be like, oh, she messy. Oh, why would she bring them up? And that is what's confusing because it's like you're being, what is it, hypocritical?
Right.
Like,
because they say they don't want the sex stuff, but literally that's what's selling. So that's why they doing it. Like they be like,
is it selling?
It is.
It's selling, man.
Is it
It's
selling,
selling
or is there
like
a little
crack
bit of a
cakes.
machine behind it too?
It is, but it's because, like, say for instance, like they think like, oh, the record labels just like they like, oh, they pushing the agenda, but it's like you got the record labels, they just seeing what like they seeing, okay, if they see another artist talk about sex on the song and it get millions of views, this artist that they have, they're gonna like, oh, I want my artist to do this same thing to get the millions of views. Like, so they only gonna keep, like, that's just like you put out a piece of clothing and this clothing just selling like crack. Like, more people gonna keep putting out this clothing because it's selling. Like, so
Shein.
exactly. So people like, oh, y'all need to stop putting out this type of music. But I'm like, y'all steady buying it. So that's the only reason why if this was a thing that was like on a decline or wasn't working, these people would stop. But this is what y'all eat up. Like, this is what y'all want. So I be like, that's so kept. Like, we need more female rappers talking about positivity. No, they don't. Because anytime somebody talk about something positive, they tune them right out. Oh, they boring. They not talking about nothing. They like the drama, the sex, the drugs, the violence. That's why the boys do the violence, because that's what y'all like to listen to. Like, y'all don't want to hear no nigga talking about preaching, doing the right thing,
By his
nothing.
girl. Yep.
Right. Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to hear fuck a bitch, get some money, I spent on the op. That's what they want to hear.
People don't respect honesty. That's what it is.
Right.
They don't respect realness. They don't respect honesty, and they don't respect truth.
But then you got some of the top selling artists in the game, like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
When it comes to, people that just keep it thorough in their music. Joyner Lucas is somebody that I really respect in the way he crafts his music. But you do have artists that do not jump into that arena at all, that do sell, and the females, they need it.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. But it's harder. Like, I don't know, maybe because they started in a time in the industry that it wasn't all this, like, it was still real music. But now it's, like, so hard to, like, not do that. Because it's, like, the bullshit is what's getting the most attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's selling. Like, that's what the people want. All the ratchet shit, that's what they want.
So when it comes to all the females, because of the way that we're speaking about, I gotta start changing the way I word
the women,
with the women, right? So when it comes to the women in the industry, and as far as hip hop is concerned, as rap is concerned, who do you consider the top 5 women right now in music?
Rappers?
Yeah. Aside from yourself, because I know you're in there. I know that for a fact. So you can give me 4.
That's crazy. You mean in what aspect?
I guess who you fuck with the most, when you that you.
I would
listen
say
to the most.
lyrically.
I like Lady London. I like Lady London a lot.
Okay.
Lady London is dope.
Obviously Iggy.
No, I mean not like that.
Damn.
I don't really listen to like girls. Like, I support them because, you know, like, I'm a girl, but I don't really like listen to it because I be like, I don't know. I like to listen to, first of all, it's crazy, but most of the people that I listen to is from Atlanta. Like I listen to like Lucci, Thug, Baby, Slime Life, FN, The Deer. Like, I listen to like most of the Atlanta artists, like Rich Homie Quan. Like, when he was out, like that was one of my favorite artists. Like, I listen to most of like that. Like, all the other artists from other cities, I don't know if it's the swag or what, but I don't really listen to it. And it's like, with girls, they got so many different sounds and voices. I can't I can't imagine myself just riding down the street like, hell yeah, this shit knocking, like, cause it's not.
So is there any women from Atlanta that you feel like people haven't heard yet that's fire? Damn,
My best friend.
Yeah. I was about to say she's dead ass serious when she's like, I don't got no friends. Like, it's me and mine, and that's it. I mean, I respect it, and I feel like, you know, a lot of the greats have said that.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about with Tupac and you ask Tupac who he listened to, I don't listen to nobody but my motherfucking
But
self.
then also, when you listen to people, they bleed off into your work. Like, cause I know with me, I'm like a sponge. Like, anything like I listen to, you gonna hear it on me. Like, so I be cautious about what I like listen to anyway.
So what has been your influences throughout your life musically?
When I first got in the game, I was a super duper big fan of YFN Lucci, and I started making music like him a little bit. So I had to like kind of fall back from it because I need to make my own sound. Like, I started sounding like him a lot. Who else? I like Thug, Rich Homie Quan. Some of Gunna music be sliding. I don't really listen to him like that though, for real.
Who's?
Gunna.
Okay.
I don't really listen to him like that though. I feel like it's a new artist that just came out or something. I don't know. I be listening to Baby sometimes.
Yeah.
No Future?
Here and there, I listen. But Future, I'm realizing now that he be making some solid music. I don't really be listening to him like
Where's
that.
Future from?
I was gonna say, is he from Atlanta?
I think he from Zone 6, yeah.
Okay. So he's a real Atlanta.
Yeah, Curly, yeah, he from the city.
So he's a real Atlanta. So what's the areas of Atlanta that are really about that?
I mean,
So for the people to really truly understand what the real Atlanta is.
because I'm not going to say, like, it just depends on who you is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be this type of person that be like, oh, the whole city of Atlanta on go. Or I can't say, like, the whole Zone 3 on go. Or the whole West Side on go. Or the whole Zone 6 on go. But it's individual people from every side that'll do you. But it's also scary folks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I ain't going to say, like, oh, can't fuck with this side, because it is some parts of that side that you can fuck with.
Yeah.
So
I feel you. So I don't know shit about Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I'm going to Atlanta, where am I going? What's the dope spot to go to?
I mean, I wouldn't say go to the hood.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go to the hood. I'm okay. I'm done living that hood life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go there.
I guess Buckhead.
Okay.
Like, you can go by
You
Lennox.
get a water too, Nova. And y'all want water? Y'all got water.
Yeah, let me drink some water.
You want water? throw some in the fridge.
Appreciate you.
But yeah, I'll just say I don't really be like out and about like that. I really be at home until I gotta work, and then I go out because I don't know. Like I love Atlanta. I've been there all my life, but I'm just ready to see like new stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like most people from Atlanta, we been there for our whole life. Most people from Atlanta ain't never just really got outside of Atlanta until we got grown. So I feel like everybody else be excited to come, but it's like we've been trapped in this city for so long. We ready to like explore.
Danza, you know how to skate?
No.
You want to go to Cascade?
No.
You want to do that? That's Cascade is in Atlanta. Please tell me.
Yeah.
Okay. Please, I was gonna say, please tell me, please.
I'm not skating anywhere. I'm not doing it. I got a fucked up back. You know, Chris ain't here today because you got a fucked up back. I don't fuck around no goddamn skating. You know what I mean? I'm not playing around like that. I'm too old to play. Like, I'm not trying to, like, come on now. I'm going to be out there skating on one leg just.
Live out.
Like I'm a very thorough dude. I don't play no bullshit. I'm cool with who I am, but I'm not trying to run around in the skating rink looking like a fool all day.
Is that really a thing up there? Like
People skating?
Mm-hmm.
I just found that out that people still skate.
Okay.
Like,
Did you skate?
No, I don't know how to skate.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Do you know how to skate? Because you talking about
I know how to
skating.
skate.
Yeah.
I know how to skate.
Nah, not me.
Yeah, I don't know how to skate.
I'm out of that game. So if I feel like most people that are from a certain area and live there for long enough, I feel like they need to get out.
Facts.
I feel like if you really want to truly expand your wings and become someone great, more often than not, you got to get away from the people that, because no matter what, when you stay somewhere for so long, there's a large group of individuals that do not want to see you make
Right.
it. And that conversation that you have with that individual, it's like they're trying to hold you back.
Right. Because they don't want you to go where they feel like they can't go.
So you don't ever, like, when is it for you to get the fuck up out of there?
I mean, the only thing for me is I don't be really having that many people to get the fuck up out of there with. Like, me and my best friend, like, we had stopped being friends for like 4 years. We had fell out. So we just started back hanging out like a year or two ago. So now we've been planning like different things because we went to Miami, here for her birthday. Yeah. But we've been planning on going like different places because both of us been like having the conversation like we ready to just like go on vacation and stuff. Because I feel like I ain't never just been on a real vacation before. Like, so it's about that time.
So what is it like for a relationship with Omeretta? What do you look for in a man?
I be trying to tell people like, cause I got a boyfriend, but he think I'm crazy. I am crazy. I tell people before they like pursue me that I'm crazy. But they don't believe me. Like, you know, niggas, they just be wanting to have sex so bad. I don't care about none of that crazy stuff. I take whatever come with you.
That's like my son says all the time. Uh-oh.
But then when they get and they like, oh, you crazy as fuck. I'm like, I told you that. So don't even, just leave me alone.
I don't tell them I'm crazy. I say I'm retarded.
Yeah,
Like I say I'm retarded. I don't make no sense.
So you do have a man, and why aren't you going out on vacations with him?
He locked up.
Oh, okay, there you go.
He in prison.
So I heard it in the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just waiting on him to come back so you
Does
can
he
make
get
some
out
babies.
Mm-hmm.
soon? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Thanks, cross.
Okay.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So he did some shit that got you just waiting for him to come home and make some babies.
Yeah, say it like that.
Yeah. I mean, you said it in the record, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that challenging being with someone incarcerated? Because my mother was incarcerated for like 15 years. So it was very challenging for, my relationship with her. So
Yeah.
is that also challenging for you?
I feel like for the first, because we've been together for 6 years now, so I feel like for the first, 5 years, it was real, hard. But
So wait, time out. You've been with him for 6 years.
Here
in
we
the
go.
first 5 years. So you met him while he was locked up?
No. Because a lot of people think that we met when I was 13 years old. We dated for a couple months. Then we broke up. Then we supposed to got back together. But I ended up getting a new boyfriend and being with him for a year and 6 months. Then he went to prison when he was 17. Did 5 years. And he got out when he was 22. And I was 21, and then he came home, and we, kicked it more and more together. We were supposed to be together, but I was still talking to somebody else. And then, 4 months later, he got locked up again.
Oh, my goodness.
So then that's when we started a serious relationship. Because I was supposed to give him his real chance then, but I didn't expect for him to get locked up. So he got locked up. So
you like the troublemakers?
it's not that. It's just It's just that I feel like I'm a tough girl, and I be like, I can't, like, you know how a lot of girls from the suburbs, they're like, oh, I want a hood nigga, but they only want that for aesthetic reasons, like, cause so to seem cool. But for me, it's like that's what I gotta have because that's where I'm from, and I feel like I'm a tough person, so I feel like any other nigga be like, oh, I ain't finna deal with all that. But with him, it's like it ain't too much because he more like, you know what I'm saying, like, so.
Do you go see him? Okay.
So well, we're speaking about that because that's some real shit. When you're talking about being crazy,
Yeah.
right? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, are you just like it's hard to you have to have your way?
That, and it's just like I feel like sometimes I do a lot of unpredicted stuff. Like, oh, I say a lot of unpredicted stuff. Like, I just like I can't. Okay, so like I'm gonna say for instance, it's not even relationship wise. Like I had a friend, and she just blocked me for whatever reason. I don't know, but she was blocked for like 6 months. I mean, she been had me blocked for like 6 months, and I was trying to get in contact with her, and I couldn't. So I got on my Instagram, and I posted her number, and I was like, y'all asked her why she blocked me, and then
Nah, girl.
and then and they was texting her phone like chopping her off, and then she called me and she was like, this is why we can't fucking be friends. I was like, I ain't trying to be your friend, but I see you called me, because to me that's not a lot, but to her she like, nah, I gotta change my fucking number. And so
That slightly there, but I want to know the real shit in the relationship. So is it like you got the jealousy issues?
I'm a jealous person. I mean, like in a relationship, like I'm very like,
What's your sign?
Gemini.
Okay.
I'm very like selfish when it comes to like my partner. Like I don't really want him talking to nobody. Like even if it's his cousin, his sister's on his daddy's side.
Oh shit! Good Lord. Yeah.
So he can't wait. Hold on. So he can't talk to his cousin.
I don't
Is
like
it male
it.
cousins? Is it female? Like it's just
Female.
Yeah.
no female cousins.
I mean,
You know what? I'm not mad at you. And the reason why? What's his name?
Kevin Gates.
no, Meech.
Meech is the reason why my man can't talk to his cousin no more. So you know what? I'm not mad at you. Cause y'all gonna lie. Y'all gonna say y'all bringing groceries in. Y'all ain't bringing
Right.
shit. You know what?
I
Go
just
off,
don't
sis.
like him. Just like, I don't know. I be wanting to just be the only person.
But that you do realize how difficult that makes it for the man, right? Because like, how the fuck do you navigate life if you have to, like, for me, for instance, in the industry, right? Like, I have to get in. I have to have a conversation with Omeretta.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like,
Right.
this is what I do.
But that's
But
what.
if I'm getting ready to get stabbed in the back for it, it changes it, because now when you walk into the conversation, you might be a little bit more nervous than you should have been for no
Right.
motherfucking reason at all.
But that's where the crazy part come in at, because I don't be wanting him to talk to nobody, but I want him to be okay with me just talking to like whoever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's Gemini
No,
shit.
no. I don't. Look, we ain't doing no goddamn zodiac shit.
No. I gotta keep it real though.
We're humans.
I gotta keep it real.
Nah, yeah, I don't believe in zodiac signs. Just so you know, I'm a Leo.
They real though.
I
Zodiac
mean,
signs.
huh?
Mario, you can reach my
Leo.
lip gloss.
I believe it's seasonal, right? Like I believe your personality is based on a season. Like if I'm a summer baby, you know what I mean. So like around your birthday is when you feel like the realest motherfucker ever,
Facts.
right? Like when it's your birthday time, yo, everybody pay attention to me. So if you're a winter baby, it ain't the same like being a summer baby.
It's
You
not.
might be a little bit more laid back and chill because ain't nobody doing all that shit around you. If you're a summer baby, and every time it's your birthday time of the year and everybody's always up and they're partying and shit like that, you might be a lot like a Leo personality. Somebody's outspoken, cocky
Right.
and shit like. So I believe the seasons play a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? Like I believe that is the most important part. But I get it. A lot of people are like, well, the stars aligned here and this is the moon sign and the
Nah,
fire
I don't
sign
go
and
that
shit like
deep. It ain't that
It's
deep.
that deep though.
I can't.
It get that deep?
It is. I'm into like space, universe stuff. It's that deep.
Really? What's the craziest thing you ever did? Like, what's the craziest thing you ever did to like a boyfriend or ex or something like that?
Oh.
Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
No. I've always wanted to do that, but I never. Like,
Is
I
she
ain't,
from that- is she- I always wanted to. Jesus Christ.
I never went that far. I don't know. I feel like
She's from
that-
Atlanta?
No, is she? No.
No. She is.
She is, and she a
Well,
Gemini too.
if she's the real, is she from the real Atlantic?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because you don't know about the real Atlantic.
No. That ain't me.
But why?
Why what?
Why do you want to do that?
I just feel like the things in my inside of my head it be a lot going on sometimes. Like I used to have this thing in my head where it just used to like, I don't know, it's like a whole bunch of like rattling stuff. It's just
I'm nervous.
No,
I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I think all women kind of have that. It just depends on how big it is and how small it is. Because
Yeah.
I think all women have that.
I think all women are worried about how big and small it is.
Medium.
It does. But facts.
I think all women kind of have like that, two sides. Because it's like, oh, I feel like he cheating, but in reality he could be out with his friends. But inside, I'm just like, oh damn, I feel like he cheating. And another part of me is just saying, damn, he not cheating. I'm really doing too much. So I just think that that's just a thing that women just have.
Mm-hmm.
But it's unnecessary. I feel like the real problem is right now is like we spoke about this earlier. I think men have the bar from being a man has gone all the way down here to getting closer to being women. And I feel like women are becoming closer to being men. And the way they behave, like women are like, nah, you ain't about to fuck with me. I don't care if you pay my motherfucking bills. You ain't fucking with me.
it's
you better sit your ass
necessary.
down.
Like I feel like it's necessary.
I don't think it's necessary.
I feel like okay.
You can't even comment because you just self-admitted that you're
No.
crazy.
No. But think about it though. The most crazy people be the most intelligent. Albert Einstein, exactly. But hold on. What I was finna say? So a lot of men, how you said that the bar for men going up, down, and the bar for women going up. I feel like that's where it's supposed to be anyway. Like I feel like men are supposed to bow down to women, and for a long time, when men had this thing that we were supposed to bow down to them, and because they had the money.
I don't think anybody's supposed to bow down to anybody.
No, y'all supposed to bow down to us. I'm sorry.
Why?
Because
Why are we bowing down?
Because we are okay. So men and women, I feel like it's a equal like we both equally important, but women are on the superior side because it's like we are the creators, And a lot of men feel like okay, say for instance, because I always bring up this example, like how women give birth and they create and all that, and then men be like, well, we got the sperm, this and third, and I'm like, yeah, y'all doing y'all job as providers. You know what I'm saying? Men are providers, but women, we are the creators and the birthers. So I feel like at the end of the day, we brought y'all here. You know what I'm saying? So men should bow down to women. But they had us bowing down to them for so long. And it's like now, since women finding out their worth, it's the other way around, and they don't like that.
I definitely don't like it. But we need Sauce Walker back up here. You know what I mean? Because he was talking that shit. But I don't think anybody should ever bow down to anybody. And I feel like, a man is supposed to be responsible for the things that he's supposed to be responsible for, and the women responsible for hers. Like men naturally do certain things, right? Like we're supposed to hold the household down.
Right.
When you think about when we raise a child, I'm supposed to be the level for my son.
Right.
I'm supposed to be the one to be like, hey, relax.
Right.
I'm supposed to be there first and foremost.
Period.
I need to be there. And if I'm there, I could sit there and tell him in the moments that he's losing control of his emotions to chill. That's not the mother's job to do, because the mother's the one that loses the control of their emotions.
Right.
But he's supposed to have that empathetic side.
Right.
And that the loving side to him.
Right.
And that comes from mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so when you think about a relationship, that is how that should be held too.
No, fact.
Like
I agree.
I'm supposed to be I got to be the protector.
Right.
I got to be the one to hold you down.
Right.
I got to make sure that everything in the house is good and that the bills are paid for and everything is taken care of, and the mother's supposed to the one that takes care of the household.
Right.
So when you're inside of that household, it's like, and not to, because a lot of people look at it the wrong way, but like cooking and cleaning.
Right.
And that's what these children are looking up to and coming up to. Like, it feels good. And right now it's like women don't really respect that the man is out there grinding 24/7, and
Because
a lot of those times,
A lot of men ain't
it's
really
fear.
out there doing that though.
And
For
we
sure.
out here grinding too now. Like, it's like a thing where it's like, I feel like at first the men, like, if you look back on the times where women couldn't work, like, that's all like women was like subjected to, like, cook and clean, just be a housewife, take care of these kids, like.
And I definitely don't agree with that.
Yeah, that's
Just let it in.
depressing. Like, that's sad. And then while her man is out working, he out cheating with this person, that person, and a woman can't say nothing because she can't work and she can't. What else she gonna do? She gotta have this man here to pay the bills and do all this stuff right now. So I feel like now it's a time where, like, women, they finally working. They not taking no shit from no nigga. Like, niggas now they mad because now you don't have nothing to, like, hold. Like, what can you say? Oh, I work too. Like, what can you say now? Like,
I got money too.
right, like, it's nothing that you could say that's gonna make me put up with the bullshit that you got going on. Like, and I feel like men should have, like, more respect for women. Like, they don't have enough respect for women. Like, they just don't look at us in the light that you supposed to. Like, we the creators, and I feel like men should, like, understand it, but they don't. But I feel like a man that's, like, all the way in touch and, like, intuitive with himself, like, he understands, like, I bow down to a woman. Like, you say not bowing down, but
so a man that's in touch with his feminine side.
not even just
That's what that sounds like to me. I'm not gonna lie.
not even just a feminine side, just understanding, like, the spirituality, like, understanding, like, and not on no religious stuff either, just understanding, like, where this all start from, like, where it come from, and the importance of a woman. Like I said, a man and a woman is important, but I feel like women are superior.
So let me ask you a question. Do you feel like a man should submit to a woman and a woman submit to a man?
Yeah, I feel like they should equally submit. But,
Okay.
you know, I feel like still it's still, I feel like it's just women just have a more important role. Like, and I feel like a lot of men don't understand that. Like, they don't recognize it, and it's like, it's a lot, because we gotta hold y'all together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta hold everything together, and it's like a lot of men don't realize that. They just feel like, oh, we just doing these little jobs, and it's like, no, this is a lot.
But men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and men view the world differently, and it really is a fact. So when you think about the way men think. And the way men were designed to think, because we were designed a specific way.
Right.
Like, there is no other. There's only men and women. All right. You're only born a man or a woman. That's it.
Right.
And when you think about men are like, we're fixers, right? We're the people that if something's wrong, you run to us to go fix it.
Right.
If if you're in danger, you run to us to protect you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And women are the nurturers.
Right.
Right. So, like, we do want you to hold us together. We do want you to give us our peace.
Right.
And to keep us sane in the moments when we're out protecting.
Right.
And making sure that everything is well inside of that household.
Right.
Or inside of your world in general. So if you're breaking down, a man doesn't have the emotions like a woman does.
Right.
So you need that man to sit there and be, hey, it's all okay.
No, that's
Relax,
what I'm saying. That both are needed, but I just feel like men just have to recognize, like, women, like, because I'm serious. Like, I'm not taking away what you saying. Like both parties, like, is raising the child. You need mom and dad. Like, you need both parents. But I feel like men just don't understand, like, how superior a woman is. Like, you just don't get it. Like, you feel like we equal. We're not equal. Like, men 90%, women 100%. Like, we both important, but it's just that little bit at the top that we just go a little further.
I don't agree.
Cause you're a man.
I hear you. It sounds amazing.
Think about it.
For all the women out there, it sounds absolutely
Think
amazing.
about it for a second, right? If men didn't actually feel like that women were a threat, they wouldn't try to put us down so much. If you think about, like, how the old school movies used to be and stuff, when the insecure bully at school got a person at the school that's, like, really like that, they gonna always try to make them feel less than. And I feel like throughout the world, like, men always try to make women feel like that they're less than, but I feel like it's because they know that we're more.
I see, again, I think that's more on situation. right? Like I think when these things happen, and it also is an understanding. Like I got homies that date women that are a lot older than them.
Right.
Right. And then when they're having conversations, the woman at those times, they know more than the man.
Right.
You know what I mean? They got more wisdom and more time put in.
Right.
And so when they have that and the conversation is, and like that now, the man feels like, oh, you're belittling me by saying that.
Right.
How dare you say that to me? And so like, it really is a lack of understanding. If there's a gap in that age and you have this person that has that wisdom and I say to you something that you do not understand at the moment, think about it. If you were to go back to you when you were 20 right now, and you look at a picture of yourself, don't you look like a little ass girl?
For sure.
Right? But didn't you feel like you were the one?
When
you were 20, when you think about yourself, when you were inside of your shoes.
That's because that's the oldest that we are. Like
absolutely.
Like when I was 14, like I'm the oldest I ever been. So I'm like, I'm grown as hell. But me looking back now, like, girl, you was a little ass kid. Like,
and that's why I say it's situational.
Right.
So like when you're discussing with your 14-year-old self and you're going with that, I'm grown as hell.
Right.
You don't really want to listen to what that other person is saying.
Right.
You're just combating,
Right.
and that's what ends up happening. Now it's that belittling shit that goes on because now you got an argument going on.
Right, facts.
And communication is so tough amongst individuals now because people feel attacked when they're told the truth.
Facts.
There's nothing
because everybody hate the truth.
There's nothing hurts you more than the truth.
Right.
For most people, like I love my. You got to look at the individual. If you look at an individual that has a bunch of yes men around them, then you could expect that individual.
They never grow.
Yeah, you could expect that individual in conversations to be piss poor at communicating.
Right. Facts.
And it could be a lot of the times because that person is so goddamn tough, don't nobody want to even argue with them.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? And for the person, if you look at a person that has people around them that are always keeping it 100. Their whole circle is everybody that's willing to keep it 100. Guess what happens when you have that? Now you got an individual that when they communicate well because when somebody criticizes them for some real shit, they're like, word. They might go back and forth with you a little bit, but they're listening, they're understanding, they're growing. So it's you got to look at it situationally for men and women. It's not about a man being greater than a woman or a woman be greater than man. There's usually some sort of a gap there where one of them could lead the other into a better space.
But I feel like that's with people, period.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you got more knowledge, then you gonna always
because you're so real. Do you feel like you get that? Do you feel like you get conversations where you feel as if you might overpower or overshadow somebody?
I mean, no, I feel like I have strong opinions. And but I've been like this all my life. Like even as a kid, if I say something, I be ready to like go all the way there with it because I believe in it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like I like will overpower a conversation, but I feel like I'm gonna get my point across, like how I feel. So I don't feel like I like step on nobody. Like, no, you wrong as fuck. Like shut the fuck up. But I feel like I'm like, nah. Like
I got a limit. Right? Like I got a limit of bullshit that I could hear. If I hear too much bullshit, I'll snap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm a man that does a lot. So if the time is getting up there, like you got 10 minutes of bullshit, 20. Right. Now I'm like, all right, I know I'm going to entertain this shit because you got me kind of agitated right now.
Right.
But now I'm getting into the time where I'm cutting off important things. I might be cutting off time for my son to entertain this. I might be cutting off time from work, from handling business, from talking to Mario about about setting up the interview and shit like that. Right. So you always got something that's kind of like taking you away from it. Now that's where like that's the meter that starts getting hit, and that's when I hit the. All right, shut the fuck up. Now it's shut the fuck up time. Yeah. Now let's go about it that way. Since we don't want to sit there and be real with each other, let's just play this motherfucking game. You know what I mean? So it's tough. It's tough.
Well, speaking of bullshit, have you ever dealt with a sassy man? Like how would you deal with a sassy man?
When you say sassy, what you mean?
Like somebody that's kind of like, okay, for instance, you know how you will talk with a homegirl, like it's like, okay, they get like a little slick or whatever. How would you deal with a guy that's trying to be slick with you, like on some like feminine type shit?
I'm the type of person that I'm gonna make you feel like nothing. Like, I'm not the girl that you should have if you want your ego stroked. Like, I don't stroke egos. Like, you gotta already have an ego ready, good, nice, and firm. Cause I'm not the type of person that's gonna make you feel like more. Like, I'm gonna tell you every single. I'm gonna scrutinize it all the way down to the bottom. Like, you bitch ass. Wait a minute.
Break it down.
Damn.
Like, that's why I be telling, like, they don't, like, that people say, like, oh, I want her, she cute. I'm like, this not what you want. Like, just stay over there, because this not what you want, because you ain't gonna be ready for this. Like, you know.
Do a lot of guys hit on you and stuff like that? Well, obviously, because you're very beautiful.
Thank you.
So how do you deal with that with your man being locked up? Like, is it tempting? Is it just, you just so...
I really get annoyed. Like, okay, on the internet, I don't care.
Okay,
but, like,
okay, that's...
in person, like, it was this, I was just walking today in the mall, and this boy was like, hey, has anybody told you? And I thought he was gonna say, has anybody told you, like, Omeretta? He's like, has anybody told you, like, the type of girl to bring home to your mom? I'm like, bro, like, shut the fuck up talking to me. Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, stop talking to me. Like, that type of shit irritate me. Like, when people try to hit on me in person, that's annoying me.
So, honestly, that's rare.
What?
Loyalty.
Yeah, facts.
Faithfulness. Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Women are the worst. Men are pieces of shit. Men are dogs. But women now, they know what time it is. Women are so quick to leave the door now because they're already thinking their man is up to shit. You know what I mean? You could be the most faithful motherfucker around earth, but it don't matter because but
y'all don't be the most faithful motherfuckers around earth.
I'm saying you could be, right? The most faithful motherfucker around earth. But it doesn't matter because like you said earlier, it's like natural for a woman to think, is this motherfucker cheating on me? And when they get into that zone, now it's like, yeah, you see how I'm gonna get him back. They're already thinking about the get back when nothing's happening. So
I can't let you say that, man.
Yeah,
that is a real
Danza, I don't know about that.
Because it's
so
like
y'all think men are more unfaithful than women?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's because they feel like that it's too. First of all, they say it's like 6 women to like 1 man. Men always looking for new stuff, like new women to have sex with. Like, I feel like a woman is not like, now girls do it as a sense of protection, like as a sense to protect themselves. Like, oh, I'm gonna just go ahead and keep me some niggas on the side,
that's what I'm saying.
just because a nigga got bitches on the side.
But it's not something that they want to do,
right?
It's just something. No, seriously,
I agree.
Seriously.
Actually, let me not say get the fuck
It's really like, it's really just something. Just, I feel like it's not gonna work out. I feel like he's gonna cheat on me. I feel like something's gonna come up.
Because you see the signs, like you done went through a nigga phone, you done seen some stuff already, and
liking girls. Like this dude, for instance, will have like a bunch of female followings. He ain't following no dude.
Right.
He just following straight women. So it's like.
So do you are you guys mad if your man is following women?
We
already know she is. I see the look over there. I see it in the corner.
It depends. Like, I'm gonna go through it and look like, who is this? Like, you know, and see.
Anytime any man has stepped to me or tried to talk to me, I always go through his following. Like, that's something that I look at. Like, if I see that you got the big titted women, the ass out, the
thirsty,
the thirst trappers, I'm not interested, because I feel as if you're conditioned. Like, I think I know where your mind is. Just imagine, as a man, you're seeing that every single day. You scroll. You're always seeing that. You cannot sit here and tell me you will not eventually be tempted to try anything. And I had this conversation with a guy the other day because he was telling me, oh, well, Queen, you're wrong, because that's just like, oh, how do you feel as if just because I'm following all these women that I won't cheat? And I said, you will. Eventually, you will train your mind to do it.
Right.
That's just like, if me as a woman, I'm following nothing but basketball players, football players, men with money, all that. Eventually, as I'm scrolling.
If it's dominant that way, I understand you. But okay, you're a model, right?
Yeah.
So men follow you, and their women get mad and say, well, why are you following her?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I've had horror stories. I've had women literally DM me and said, hey, has my man DM'd you?
But he probably have.
He has, but like, no. But I have a lot of horror stories because of that. And I don't take offense from it. Like, I just feel like I always give women like, listen, I don't want your man. He followed me, screenshot, whatever. Like today, somebody DM'd me and was like, I'll pay you $200.
What the fuck?
To see your titties.
Oh, I thought you were saying a woman was DM'd
No. Somebody literally DM'd me and said, I'll pay you $200 to show a picture of your titties or whatever. So, you know me, I'm laughing at it because I'm like, this dude is not serious. So I did some investigating. Come to find out, this man is married. So that to me, I'm just like, wow, like, that's completely sad because you're married, you got kids, you got all this stuff, and you on Instagram scrolling trying to pay somebody $200 for titties. You're never going to be satisfied.
That's all sides, though.
I mean,
I don't see no woman asking for dick pics for $200.
No,
but I can't say that.
Nah, that just so you know, that's different.
Yeah, it is.
That's that creepy shit that like somebody should be arrested for.
Okay.
You're going a little too far when you're sitting there offering money or just even hopping in somebody's DM asking for titty pics or ass pics and shit like that. It's kind of weird. Like you really have to know that individual.
The niggas be doing that on the internet.
It's creepy.
Sick.
Yeah, that I agree with. Women aren't that bold. They're getting bolder by the day. It'll be there very soon. but like I feel like it is more even, but I feel like women are worse now because women are a lot more like a man will eventually cave in and be like, yeah, I fucked up. And especially if you got some evidence on him.
I was finna
for
say.
a woman, they don't give a fuck how much evidence you got
But
on
y'all
them.
don't be having
matter.
nothing. That's the thing. Like, niggas is slow. Like, y'all not gonna go and
Just so you know, it's
investigate. Like,
verifying.
because, like, we gonna put everything together. Like, we see the following change. Who the hell you just follow? This new.
Yeah.
Y'all don't pay attention to that. So, y'all don't have y'all have no choice. Like, we be like, you did this on this day, this day, this day. You got no
but
choice.
a lot of the time it'll lead to absolute bullshit, though.
No, let me tell you what I do. Let me tell you. Listen, I have my toxic traits. I will see something that a dude that I'm talking to is doing, and I will screenshot it and I will save it.
Exactly.
Every single time he has done something, I have went on a friend's page. I've went and seen a like, a follow, all of that. Every time I screenshot it, save it, screenshot it, save it, screenshot it, save it. So when I do get to that point where there is going to be a conversation, he's just like, well, I don't even do these things.
You got the evidence. All right.
Bow. I got 10 months worth of evidence.
Guess what? We just found out that they're both crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to leave that like lost in the sauce here. You know what I mean? Because we're having a conversation, and you know, so often when you have a conversation like this, it's like, okay, well, if two of them are agreeing, they got to be right. I'm disagreeing, and I'm only saying it because I know for a fact, right? I knew when I was cheating, and I knew when I wasn't. When you know you're 100% not doing something, and somebody's telling you you're 100% doing something, then you're like, okay. And then they got all the evidence. They got all the evidence in the world to back up why you are doing something, right? Because that never happened to you. You never got accused of doing something you knew for certain you didn't do.
Yeah, I get accused of doing that every day in my relationship.
Yeah, and it's not like sitting there like, yo, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of the times that person, because they feel that way,
Right.
they're gonna go fuck with somebody else to get their shit back. Like I got mine back. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like because women think like that a lot more than men. Because I'll be honest with you, I think men don't invest. Because men could investigate too.
Yeah.
Men play pretty good detectives. They just really don't give a fuck that much to do it. Because they're like a man will clock out and everybody. I feel like a bitch doing this shit.
Right,
I ain't
exactly.
even about to waste my time sitting there investigating. I know you fucked them. And
Right.
that's about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear nothing else. You fucked them.
Right.
That's it. Period. Fuck you.
Right.
And then that's what'll happen. But a man is also a lot more willing to stay with that woman. A man is a lot more a man
To stay
that
with a
gets
woman
cheated on is way
That's
more
new.
willing to stay with a woman because they feel like, you know what? I'm the better man. I'll make it work. A woman is
think
like,
so?
yeah, hell
This
yeah.
is fresh news
since
to
I'm
me.
since I'm the only man up here, what y'all think?
I think women accept men back more than men do.
Exactly. I don't know where.
Yeah, I ain't never heard that.
I feel like men that get cheated on are more willing to stay with the woman than the woman is willing to stay with the man.
Hell no.
Yeah, Danza, that's new.
You're right.
Man,
100%.
I don't know
Mario.
who y'all been around.
yeah, no.
He
Landon.
like,
I've said in
See that's ego.
Well, let me tell you something.
Because I'll tell you what, a man. I'll put it this way: if a man cheats on a woman, the woman's telling everybody, "This motherfucker."
But she gonna stay.
Yeah, but I don't disagree that they stay. A man doesn't tell anybody because no man ever got cheated on. Most men don't say a fucking word because they don't even want that shit out there.
Right.
That shit is so uncomfortable. You know how much men, like, see, as men, I talk to men. We talk to men. And a man will tell me, like, yo, she fucked up on me.
Yeah.
She did this, this, and that. But ain't no woman gonna know that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that shit stays between you two.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm still, I love her. I don't think she meant to do that. You know what I mean? It was just we were going through rough. They'll make so much excuses, but that's that pride. Because a woman is okay. Like, oh, you did that shit to me? Oh, yeah, watch me get mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A man is like, he's better than me? He ain't better than me.
Nah.
A man thinks like that. I'm
be-
not going to let this man beat me.
I'm going to be honest with you. I've always told my homeboys, my brothers, never take a woman back if she cheats on you.
I never seen a man like really
Why?
do that.
I always told them that because when women cheat, we cheat emotionally.
Okay.
You might have some woman just be like, "Oh, I'm just trying to fuck. I'm trying to." No. Anytime I have thought about cheating on somebody, it's because I was emotionally almost done with my relationship.
Exactly.
Like I was so fed up. I was going through so much. I've never cheated on anybody, but I have gotten to that point. All right, but I have gotten to that point where I was so emotionally drained and tired. And, you know, I have seen someone come around and I'm just like, you know what, I want to entertain this person. But, you know me, I'm so loyal. I'm so loyal. I stayed in it. But I have had some friends where it's just like they're emotionally tired and they will cheat on their man. Mm-hmm. And I always tell them,
how often does the man know?
Rarely,
Exactly.
never.
That's what
Rarely,
I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. When they do find out, I feel like it's a man ego. Like he don't want another man to be like,
You
"Oh,
don't
I
think
fucked
as
your
men we
bitch."
know? Like,
No.
as
Hell no.
as men, we know.
Listen,
You could just, come on, when you spend a certain amount of time, a man's nature is the kind of we observe really well. We're so used to observing our surroundings and being aware because we're the ones that are always, especially a man that lives a kind of a rugged life. Like if you're somebody that you speak up for yourself, you've been in situations in your life, tough situations, you're somebody that no matter what, you kind of naturally look over your shoulder like,
right.
you know, does this person, like, I don't know. I'll be wondering sometimes like, damn, I know I did a lot of shit in my life. I don't like if anybody's trying to get back. I remember when I first moved out here, somebody was like, yo, Migs.
right.
And I'm like, I just moved out here. The fuck is, and it was somebody that I had known from being in Virginia when I lived there for like 3 months. And I'm like, damn, it doesn't matter. At any given moment, somebody could get back. So men, we're like real observative. When I tell you, for most of the people I know and the circle I keep, we know. And we just feel that.
I mean,
there's that
between
little
y'all
sense of
two,
something.
because you said you agree with him about the girls taking the man back. See, that's
No,
why.
I'm not saying it in general.
No, I'm saying when he said
Okay.
said he agreed with you. I'm saying it might be people that y'all like know, like, cause everybody, like most niggas, it be like a ego thing for them, like.
No, that was a real situation for me.
Oh, that
That's
a
why
girl
agree.
took. I mean, the
lived
man
exactly
took.
what he was saying.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all know about the same person.
No.
Me.
You took a woman back.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was something you did?
I didn't do shit.
She cheated on you and you took her back because you was in love.
Yep.
Damn.
Because I think men love unconditionally.
But I mean, I don't know. I feel like
Women got conditions when it comes to love.
it depends.
Like you better take care of me. You better, like, whatever it is that you came into
It
that
depends on the
relationship
type of
expecting.
woman that you dealing with, though. Because some women be like materialistic. Yeah, because
For sure.
Yeah,
I say a lot of things really are situational. I agree with that.
yeah.
Who? For sure. It's just that I feel like a man's pride, like, men are just more like, okay, I can make this better. I could fix this. Men are fixers. We always want to fix everything.
It depends though how hurt you is on the inside. Cause some men can't take the fact of knowing that another nigga had their girl bent over. Like that's
sure.
eat you up.
That's what I'm saying. The ego.
Exactly. And some niggas ego be too big for their body already. So it's like, man, fuck this bitch. Like they'll try to go fuck 5, 6 bitches just to try to.
Yeah, but they're really trying to just like, I want my baby.
Exactly.
If I cheat
You know
on
what
you,
I'm saying?
at that point, I no longer respect you.
Absolutely.
If I cheat on you, at that point, I no
Yeah,
longer
because a man really
respect
could
you.
go fuck something and just they'll be like, I don't even like that girl. The fuck did I do? And
Yeah.
never talk to that girl again. When a woman is out there doing that dirt,
It's
she's coming back. You know what I mean? Like that. That's a fact. So it is those things. And again, it's all situational. It really is. There really is no statistic to prove it. Like I can't sit there and be like, oh well, statistics prove scientifically that 59% of women are worse than are the ones that cheat. But that whole bullshit.
Cause I'm like, right,
Yeah.
these niggas like y'all just. I feel like now it's at a point where it's like girls is like becoming like standing up for themselves. Like it's like, and cause I see it on the internet all the time. Like so many niggas be mad, like, oh why y'all do this? Y'all try to act like the men now, and I'm like, bro, if y'all would have just played y'all position the correct way and did, like it wouldn't be this.
But certain men do play their position.
Some, just a little. It's like a small percentage of men that be
there's a
real
small
niggas.
small percentage of women at the same time that are real women.
So
I mean,
Danza,
you could say that about the whole what?
how do you feel about the Kiki Palmer situation? Do you feel like that was cheating?
I don't know that much about it, so like you got.
You don't know that much about it? Okay, boom. Let me story time. All right. So this how it went, y'all. So pretty much Kiki Palmer, Usher has his residency in Vegas. Kiki Palmer went to the show. Now, Kiki Palmer went to the show. In the midst of her going to the show, she was being a little fangirl.
He brought her on stage.
He didn't bring her on stage. He went to her.
Okay, yeah.
Because I guess that was in their little segment section or whatever. And he brought over there. I forgot what song he was singing, but he was singing a song to her, and
He just wanted
she
to
was
take it nice and slow.
yeah. She just she looked it very nice. She had the cheeks out. She looked it really good. And I believe at the time she was in a relationship with her baby father. And basically afterwards, there was something posted on social media with the baby father. He posted something. It was a little insecure to me. But he did post something like, oh, you're a mom. Like, why are you dressed like that? And he put it out there for the world to see. So afterwards, there was some backlash on Kiki Palmer, but there was real backlash on him because they were saying, at the end of the day, regardless of it, this is still your baby's mother. Like, why would you put that for social media? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Skip 2 weeks later, she's in his music video now as, the video vixen in his video, and, very sexy, dancing, having fun. And a lot of people actually have a problem with it because they feel as if she cheated on him in some type of way. They feel as if flirting the way that she did was cheating.
Mm-hmm.
It is media.
Her and her baby father are no longer together, as it was stated today. So I heard.
Okay.
So.
What do you think about it? Because I don't know.
Okay, so I feel like when I seen the video, not gonna lie, it was a lot. I feel like a lot of women were like, oh, she could do, like, she grown, she could do what she want to do. But I feel like if it was flipped on the other side, and if it was one of their boyfriends would dancing with a girl like that, all the girls would have been like, what the fuck, this nigga tripping? But you know how it is, like, everybody was like that. So when he came online and he was like, oh, you a mom, why you dress like that?
Oh, okay.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like he should have never said that because I don't feel like he was mad about her outfit.
He wasn't.
I feel like he was mad about what happened, but I feel like he should have just went on ahead and said that because more people would have respected it. That's what he lost everybody at, like, because everybody be like, women can wear what they want, and that's where he lost everybody at, like, trying to talk about what she had on. But I'm like, he had every right to be emotional about that because you see your woman grinding up on another man. Like, anybody gonna feel some type of way about that on the internet publicly.
I definitely, because Kiki, and here's why I know for a fact that he didn't have a problem with what she had on, because he's posted her in sexy, swimsuits, sexy 2-pieces, lingerie and all of that. So it's like, okay, obviously you didn't have a problem with what she wore.
Right, it wasn't
You
that.
can't say that.
It wasn't that.
You had a problem with the situation and how she was. All right, for instance, everybody know when you do the front hug, that's, what I'm saying, like you a little close. When you do the side hug, you don't really, you just from the side. The front hug, we fucking.
They did the front hug.
They did the front hug.
It was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. When I seen the video, it was a lot. I'm just putting myself in the situation. My nigga probably would have broke my neck. Like
It was. I think I would have went home to my bags probably on the side.
yeah, like it was.
I
a
think
lot.
I would have went home to that.
Shit, I'll be pretty fucking angry. See, but I don't want in my life. I would never want a woman that even feels that. There was somebody else, right? Winnie Harlow,
Winnie Harlow.
right?
Catch me up. I don't know about it.
Usher,
Oh, wait.
Usher-
She
Usher
sat
came at
in her man's lap.
Yeah.
She sat in her man's lap.
Yep.
But also,
I
with
want that type of woman.
with the Kiki Palmer situation, I feel like there wasn't. I feel like it had to be more. Like they was like, you know how couples be having beef
beforehand.
Like I feel like they had shit already going on, and that just like
That was the icing on the
Yeah,
cake.
Hell
like-
like my girl loves Romeo Santos, right? Mm-hmm. So if he came up and he was like, "I want you on stage," now normally I feel like my girl would probably be like, you know, like
respect you.
you cool with it? You know what I mean? I feel like my woman would be like, no, hell no. I'm not
Right.
about to go ahead and do that and disrespect my man
Right.
right here. You know what I mean? So like, now what is that situation going to be if she's at the concert with just her homegirl?
Right.
You know what I mean? Is it going to be like, come on now?
But
know what
you
I mean?
still have to have respect for your partner while
I feel
your
like- I
partner
feel
is
like
not
my
in your
girl would
presence.
hold me down.
Yeah,
I feel like that's
like because I
situation
get that because a lot of people actually did say that. They was like, oh, well, she was with her friend, she was drunk and all that. But at the end of the day, there's still a level of
says a lot,
respect.
though.
You're still
Right.
supposed to have a level of respect for your partner when you're outside.
Yeah.
Point blank. Period.
I don't like if a bitch puts their hands on me. Sorry to say it that way, bitch. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like I don't like that shit. Like if I feel like it's in an uncomfortable way, I'm like, all right, get the fuck up out of here.
Because it's
You know what I'm saying? Like,
disrespectful.
yeah, because that's how it should be. But are women the same way? Again, that's another situational shit. I feel like it's that one's 50-50.
So,
Yeah.
Omeretta,
You know
do
what I
you
mean?
feel like she was wrong for afterwards, like the backlash of her being in the music video? Like, do you feel like she's just doing too much, or you just feel like she's trying to capitalize?
I feel like at this point they already broke up, and Kiki Palmer is like she in the entertainment business. So it's like if Usher came to her like, I got this song called Boyfriend and I want you to be in it. Who not gonna take that opportunity?
Right.
So it's like she only doing what she's supposed to do for her career, because at this point she like, shit, damage already done. Like, you know, I don't feel like now it's just whatever. Like, but the public gonna have what they want to say. I just feel like that was just some shit they had going on at home spilled out
And it's yeah.
into the public eye. Like, cause I ain't no way they was good and that shit happened.
Nah,
Like,
if you would have seen the video, ain't no way.
But that's the problem with the media. The media doesn't know when you actually broke
Exactly.
up. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
the people that are watching behind the scenes, now you got all the rumors, the
Right.
tabloids and shit like that. But behind the scenes, no one actually knows
What's
when these people
happening.
actually broke up.
Right.
So now they're like, oh, I can't believe she's doubling down and she's
Right,
doing this.
right.
And so like nobody really knows. Maybe they're already
And they
split up.
possibly-
For
yeah, I
her to
was gonna say.
follow through on a situation that transpired at the end of the relationship, that's foul.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So like I'm not.
I mean, it really just shows how much she gave a fuck, honestly.
Yeah.
Just being
but we
real
don't
with
know
you.
what he did to her.
And we don't know what he did.
Like-
Because it could have been something crazy. It could have been, whatever situational. But at the end of the day, what we do know is that
That's the same thing when we think about Brittany Renner. Right,
Mm-hmm.
like Brittany Renner when she was dating the basketball player
Oh, yeah,
PJ
yeah,
Washington,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they say like she caught him up, or like because he had a kid with her, and everybody's like, oh, she played him, she took a basketball player for all their money and all the bullshit that happened. But
She had a
we
different
You
don't
don't think she
actually
loved
know.
him?
Right.
Exactly, that's what I was
She
saying.
might have really loved him for real.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she had
Yeah.
a different story. She was crying and everything about
Yeah.
it. Like, but the public gonna twist whatever story and run with it. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
the sound the most, they just love to put people down. It's weird. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. It's in both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they'll attack him, they'll attack her, but
Right.
it's all about the comment.
right.
Like, we live in a dangerous fucking world with this
Facts.
social media shit. You know how many times like, and not like I respect every one of our fans, but when somebody writes, "I was here first," I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, who gives a fuck?
Are
know
you
what I mean?
scared of AI?
No.
Would you use AI to write music?
No. I feel like with me with like all the stuff, like I don't know, like ever since I started like really getting into like how I talk about like the universe and like space and all that stuff, I just look at everything different. Like a lot of stuff that be happening on Earth is just like it be like a distraction for real. Like I don't really just be like everybody be losing their mind. Like when the money changed, like they was like, oh my God, they finna take real money away and we just gonna have it on the Alps. I'm like, bro, it don't matter how we have the money. They all made the shit up for the money system. It don't matter how the money system works. It's a fucking money system that they made up for us to do it. Like, it don't matter if it's paper, online. It's just a money system.
Yo, I love it because, like, when the fans see this, right, and they start talking, it's the same shit that's going on. It's like, you know, pro men or pro women. Like, I'm a man, and I feel like men do get attacked for being men so much, and I think that's what when I was talking about like the leveling down, like men are so afraid of it that they kind of become a sassy man,
right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like instead of that, now they're always emotional. They're always like second guessing what this. Just go out and say. I tell people all the time, like in business and friendships and relationships, just go ahead and say that shit.
Right.
Whatever you feel, that's why I respect you and I fuck with your music so much.
Thank you.
Because whatever you say you feel, or whatever you feel, you need to go out and say that, because as soon as you say, like, what I was, like, feeling like that you did, but it's not that it's that bad. I'm just saying, like, you did this and it made me feel like, you know, it's okay, but it just feels like, and it's just like now you're automatically giving that person leeway to
Stuff
say,
on
like,
you.
Right.
And so like you got to just be like, yo, what you did right there, I don't fuck with it at all. Don't do that to me again.
Yeah.
Right.
And when you say shit like that, it's like, okay, if you got a business and your employee is always coming in late, you're like, you know, I just don't like it that you know when you come in late, like it just makes
like,
me look bad, and I just don't want you to do it. Like you did it too much. Then you did, okay. Well, I could just do it a little bit less, and you'll be fine, right? No, it's like, yo, you know what time the doors open?
Right.
At this time?
Right.
Be there at that time, or you don't have a fucking job.
Exactly.
And then you find out if that person respects you or not.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that's it.
Right.
So in a relationship, if you say, yo, don't step out on me.
Right.
And a person steps out on you.
That's
well,
it.
then you already know what it is.
It's
you know what I mean? They're willing to.
That's that respect thing. That's what I was talking about. That respect thing is really big when it comes to relationships.
Facts. Because that'll make or break a relationship.
Right. Like if you don't respect me, we can't do anything. It's the loyalty and respect. I don't care if you love me. Because love is not enough. I don't care how you see it. Love is not enough to sustain a relationship. But if you respect me and you have loyalty for me, that right there alone will sustain whether we have a friendship, relationship, having sex, all that stuff, it doesn't matter. That's going to be the reason why it lasts long, because you have respect and loyalty for me.
Yeah, I think love is a feeling.
Yeah.
And that's it. Right? Yeah. It's not like when it comes to a relationship, love is a decision. Is the word I want to use. Like you decide to love that person. So if you wake up every single day and you like, I love this person, then no matter how mad you are at that individual, you still know that I love this person. So you don't lead with all the other bullshit.
Right.
And I feel like if men, like a lot of men understand that part. And so when you kind of feel like, damn, I'm doing all this, but I don't get the respect, because I think a lot of men suffer. Like there's a really big problem right now in the world with men and mental health, because they're shook.
But I feel like with that, like, I don't know, like, cause I just take my boyfriend for example. Like he always get mad at me because he like, you think you got a dick, like you think you a nigga, like. But it's not that I think I'm a man. It's just I just feel like I just like. I mean, I don't know what it is with men, like, cause I feel for them sometimes because society is so hard
on them.
Like for instance, my 19-year-old little brother, like my mama would be hard on him sometimes, like, oh, you need to do this, get a fucking job and stuff like that. Which okay, get a job, but at the same time, when I was 19, I wasn't have to do all that. I could still stay with my mama and not have a job. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it do be harder, but I be feeling like at the same time, a lot of men make a bad reputation for men. Like, a lot of times, like, they don't, like, protect us the way that we supposed to, or they talk down on us or treat us bad. So it's like women start to lose
Respect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or like be like, oh, what the fuck I need a nigga for? Like, y'all, you ain't doing that for me, but causing me pain and problems. So I feel like that's where the disconnect starts to come from. And like women out here working like hard as fuck, like just overtime doing what they supposed to do. So it's like now it's really on the time like what I need a nigga for. Like you got a lot of women dating girls now, like just because they feel like
Just cause. Ain't even gay for real.
tired
Just doing
exactly.
it.
Oh, I'm tired of niggas. I'm finna see how a girl is, and don't even really like girls for real. But it's just like they feel like niggas is useless, and it's like it's not all niggas. It's just a lot of them set bad reps. Like you got niggas that be out here like literally raping women. Like that's like some fucked up shit. Like beat them, kill them. Like all these stories keep coming out with men killing the kids, the families. Like they be losing it. Like, but it's because they don't try to dig deep into their emotional state. They got all these emotions and can't get them out. Like, so they set a bad rep for men.
Absolutely. And I feel like, again, like mental health is a thing. Like men don't know how to, I'll say it this way. Men don't really know how to educate themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like most men aren't really willing to sit down and try to fix something wrong with them.
Right.
Like it's a lot of people run to therapy right away. I don't think it's therapy that everybody needs.
Facts.
I think it's self-education and reading stuff like self-help books to kind of better understand who you are as a person.
Right.
And like the more and more you read and the more and more information that you seek to try to better yourself as a woman and a man. Right. I think you could get over a lot of the hurdles that you do because we're not alone.
Right.
You know, when men really start speaking to I encourage everybody that I'm in a circle with, all the men that I'm in a circle with, I always like, what's really going on?
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because they're like, oh man, you don't even understand this bitch fucking tripping me out, da-da-da. And I'm like, yo, but what do you really feel like and why?
Because they won't never say it. Like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like,
right.
men will finally tell you then.
Right.
Like, yo, she's stepping out on me.
Yeah. Or sometimes it be like a eternal thing with them. Like sometimes when a man not all the way to his like true self, like he take it out, like feel like you less than, like, cause like I said, like how men are providers. When a man don't feel like he can provide for a woman or feel like he all the way at that level, like he feel like less than, and then he'll end up taking it out on his woman. Like
those men want to kill themselves.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And they don't know how to say that out
Facts.
loud. Like. And then let a man say it.
Right.
And now he's not a real man. Oh, I don't want to be with a man like you. You're talking about you're suicidal and you're going through these issues and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like those men get blasted by women. So like you don't want to say it out loud.
Right.
You can only tell your homie
right
what's going on. Where women are so much better at breaking down to one another and crying. A man, we don't want to cry in front of another man. We don't want to tell another man what we're really going through or what hurts us.
But I feel like they should create that space. Like, I feel like as kids growing up, it was always a man gotta be tough. Like, I feel like even with some of my little brothers, like, cause they grew up with so many sisters around, I played a part in the way they act now. Like, when they'll cry, I'm like, shut your sis ass up, nigga. Like, like not letting them get those emotions out. So it's like, as you get older, you don't want to get those emotions out because you feel like, oh, I'm just a sissy nigga. Like, you feel me? But creating that space for kids as younger, like when boys cry, like, go ahead and cry, get it out. Like, how do you feel? Because they got emotions the same way women got emotions, but people don't let little boys do that because they automatically label you, oh, you a little girl, you act like this. So it's just like letting them be emotional from young all the way to an adult. Like, it's creating that space from then instead of trying to do it as a adult, because then it's like you damn near trying to raise a man, like trying to make them get out 20, 30 years of bottled up emotions, and that'd be hard, like on women, like trying to get it out. And like some women really don't give a fuck, like they really don't care.
Yeah, because like when a man goes through something, like for instance, I know I have a problem, right? Like I know I knew I had the problem when death came into play, right? Like when somebody close to me dies or somebody close to me passes, I know like I'm always trying to like,
right.
You know what I mean? I'm always trying to hold it. I don't want to cry.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, and I've identified that where immediately I'm like, yo, let it go.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean it's easy.
Exactly.
And like times where I'm sitting there like, damn, I'm acting so goddamn tough that people are probably looking at me like he doesn't really care that this person just passed. He doesn't really care for this person. But they don't know that the battle that's inside with that, because we're trying to hold strong because we're like, damn, I still gotta make sure I take care of this bill tomorrow, and I still gotta make sure that I hold my girl down, and I still gotta make sure that this and this, and I don't want her to see me as weak. We don't want to be seen as weak. Right. And like in this world where we were told so long, like,
but I feel like a real woman gonna let you be vulnerable. Like a real woman will let you cry on her, like let you get that out. Like if you dealing with a woman that won't even let you like express yourself, that's not she don't love you for real. Like she ain't with you. Like you know what I'm saying? She don't care about you.
Real shit. Real.
Well, I'm gonna step off topic real quick because I do have a concern. Well, not a concern. I just want to know, how did this Kenzo, what is her name? Kenzo B situation?
Talk about tough women.
How did this?
Okay, so they hit me up. It was really supposed to be a performance at first, but then they hit back and was like, "Do Omeretta want a box?" I was like, sure, because they was paying like more money to box. So I'm like, sure. So then the girl who they had, who was already confirmed for boxing, I guess they told her, and she was like, oh no, I don't want to box Omeretta. So she backed out. Then we had hit up somebody else, and she was too small. So they couldn't, because it got to be like 5 pounds within my weight. So she couldn't do it. So then we had hit up the other girl, I don't even want to say her name. And she didn't want, like, I guess she thought it was a setup. Like, she said we didn't have enough money. The people was like, oh.
I seen that on IG.
Yeah, they was like, we'll give her more money, because they seen the traction that it was getting, and it would have been good for their show. But she backed out of it. So then he was like, what about this girl? Because he was going through all my followers. He was like, Kenzo B. And I was like, oh, she might be cool. And then he hit her up. And then she called me. She like, they hit me up saying they want me to box you. She was like, no, I love you. And I'm like, no, it ain't nothing like that. Like, it's, it's cool. Like, we gonna.
So it's a friendly fade. You know what a friendly fade is?
Is it turning ugly now though because of the thought process?
No, I'm like, it's in the boxing ring, we not cool. It's gonna be what it is. But like overall, like after the ring, like we probably get in the studio together, like type shit. Like, so. Do you
think it'll be possible? Like after the fight, it'll just be possible to be cool.
She's not gonna beat
my
ass.
I'm just saying if she did.
Ain't no if.
That's how you know if she did, you ain't doing a song with her. And if you beat her ass, she ain't doing a song with you. Because that's
like, I just want to know, like, afterwards when she loses. I'm gonna just say that because you already established that you winning, but afterwards, if she does,
let's ask Mario.
If she does lose,
what
happens?
If she got her ass beat, and just hypothetically, could you picture her getting in the studio with her? Okay.
Y'all folks hell.
It's true though, because that shit do not feel good. You know what I'm saying? Especially if there's
happening, dog. That's not happening.
The boxing marketing, like you gotta talk shit and all that.
Yeah. They're gonna be talking to her
post fight. It's gonna be crazy to get
She's
in the studio.
She's gonna run up and sucker punch her. Bye. No. Middle of the interview.
Danza, it's going to be crazy to get in the studio with somebody you had to literally box up in a whole boxing match, because this not no fake. This y'all throwing hands, because you're training for this, right? Mm-hmm. So no, like you just can't.
Let's talk about celebrity boxing for a minute, because we were involved. Landon, myself, Chris, we were involved in a celebrity boxing match that we had no idea we were about to be involved in.
You mean like y'all was fighting?
No. Oh. We were like, we ended up being the corner, right? So like I went to Benzino. You know who Benzino is?
Yeah.
He had a boxing fight.
Mm-hmm. He was fighting?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, I'm looking at it like, okay, I want to be there. So I hit him up because he was on the show a few times. I hit him up. He was like, yeah, come through. I got y'all. Y'all walk in with me. Mm-hmm. So we walk in with him. Now he's like, you're going to walk in the locker room with us. In the locker room, there's 40 people in the fucking locker room. Mm. And everybody's warming up.
What?
Right? So we get Benzino to warm up. Sorry, Benzino, but we get him warming up. Because they're like, who's warming you up? Who's your corner man? He's like, him, Danza. And I'm like, yo, I ain't no motherfucking boxer. What the fuck you talking about? You know what I mean? So I go to Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, help him out. Warm him up. You know what I mean? And he's like, okay, I'll give you my guy that I'm training with. He'll help him out.
Yeah.
So he was like, how do I put these gloves on? And I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
I was like, were you training for this? He was like, I did a couple times or whatever. So dude puts up the mitts. You know how it is. You
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
The swings are going all over the place. So I'm looking at it like, I'm looking at Landon, I'm looking at Chris, I'm like, fuck. So I'm in the corner, so now I'm thinking like I'm on stage right now.
Yeah.
Like, you got a big ass celebrity boxing fight. You're fighting somebody that's way smaller than you.
Yeah.
You can't lose.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed him when he was walking out. I grabbed him, I speak in his ear. I'm like, yo, whatever you do right now in the world, you're dealing with this situation where they're saying that you fucked with the tranny and all that shit. If you fuck this up, I hope you know that they're coming after you.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And he went out there. They start fighting. Like, I don't even know how to put the dude's headgear on. They're like, put his headgear on. I'm like, oh. And I'm like, they're like, it's backwards. I'm like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. That's not for me. This mouthpiece. Oh, where he got a mouthpiece? Oh, I don't even know. Okay. Oh, here it is here. And he goes out there. They start swinging. This dude he's the famous gut punching champion, they call him. He's tiny.
That's who Benzino went
was
against.
fighting.
Damn.
And it wasn't looking good. So I when he came to the corner after the first round, I was like, listen, real shit, you better not lose. So cheat. Don't lose. Do not lose. I don't care if you got to kick him, elbow him, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Take care of that shit, get him out of the ring, and go out like that. Go out like that. Don't go out no other way. Because if you lose at this little motherfucker right here,
It's over
I
with.
was mad. I wanted to jump in the ring and fight with him. Like, I'm like, because you put me here. Why would you do this to me? So, yo, I'm telling you, he went in there, and they were like, knockout. Let me tell you, this knockout was a clean slam on his head.
What the
like Benzino,
fuck?
they're punching, and he was like, oh, I hit him. Like, you did not fucking hit him. You know what I mean? He just grabbed dude's head, slammed it off the ring. Dude starts
What the fuck?
my
shaking and
God.
shit. And I think it was a little exaggerated, whatever,
Yeah.
but Benzino won, and I was just like, yo, whew. That was close. And then after the fight, he's talking about it like it was professional. Yeah, you know, I've been training for quite some
What
time.
the
I knew what
fuck?
I was doing, and I was like, hey, it looks good for right
Yeah.
now. But there's the inside take on it. I told his ass to cheat, slammed his head off the ground, and he won that fight.
What the fuck?
I'm going to tell you, Omeretta, you better not lose.
I was going to say, what day is the fight?
Next Saturday.
Wow.
Next
Yeah.
Saturday? How long you been trading?
Well, I'm finna start when I get back home.
You had a couple videos. Was it just videos that you were doing?
No, those were my commercials.
Oh, so you ain't even start really training. So you're about to go in the ring next Saturday with no training.
I'm confident.
She don't need it.
I'm
She don't
confident.
need it. That's why.
I'm confident.
I saw that right after that fight was the Black China fight
Black China got in the ring.
Yeah.
Black
Woohoo.
China got in the ring
with
with
some girl named Alicia Megan.
Did she win?
They called it a
not funny.
draw.
Oh,
You know what I mean? And I was just this is not a draw.
damn.
It was bad.
Don't Black China part?
It was bad on Black China. It was. I don't think it was good on any one of their parts. It was fun. It was
Yeah.
entertaining.
I don't know. I thought the fight was a little like.
Who the fuck are you gonna fight? Is my question.
You know what's
Standing
crazy?
6 feet tall.
Listen,
You know
y'all
what I mean?
Y'all know. Listen, I'm a good 6 feet, y'all. But damn, that's interesting.
I'm not. So there's one thing that's for sure. I'm intimidated standing next to her.
Coco
I feel
Jones.
like I don't like that shit. Like, why you so
Coco
much?
Jones, I love her too much.
You look like a-
well, that's a compliment because I love her. But I love her too much to do that.
I
Not
can
Coco
see y'all.
Jones. Not Coco Jones. But I think we're like, because I seen her at the BET Awards, and we're kind of like the same body type almost. So
Yeah,
that's why I was like,
y'all
okay, like she's same height a little bit. I'm a little taller, but
So set it up. That's what it is, next fight. But like I obviously want you to win. I'm rooting for you.
Thank
you need to
you.
go whoop that ass, and then we
Thank
can bring
you.
you. Back
I'ma be
up
there.
after you whoop that ass.
Period. The fuck?
Now, it's been a fun interview, but I'm wondering if you could really rap like that.
I know you ain't trying to put me on the spot.
I'm trying to put you on the spot. Am I allowed to put her on the spot?
I don't got shit on the spot shit. What I'm gonna say? Cat in that?
Huh? I feel you. I'm just asking. We always try to force people to rap when they come up here. If you don't want to rap,
That
you ain't gotta rap.
freestyle.
You got a verse for me though? I throw on a beat. You got a verse for me? She got a verse for me?
You know, don't even say it. I ain't got no verse.
Okay, if you ain't got no verse, it's fine. But yo, aside from that, when you're watching this shit, I'd like to shout out my sponsor right here. Hold on a second. It's right here. Breathe Easy. All right. This is the most important thing I've ever had in my life because I love smoking vapes. And this shit has slowly got me away from smoking vapes with nicotine in it.
Hold on, that's not a vape?
It is a vape.
Oh.
But it is eucalyptus.
I don't know what
Right? So what it is
It's not tobacco, right?
no nicotine in it.
Oh, okay.
So you smoke this, it's amazing, and it tastes good, and it's gotten me away from. I'm not 100% off of vapes with nicotine, but this has helped me. Like I used to just always have a vape with nicotine at all times. I have to smoke it. This shit has helped me so goddamn much.
Yeah.
So if you're smoking vapes, if you like smoking vapes, and because it's a habit, you know what I mean. I'm sitting here
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
This shit is so healthy for you because like I smoke this shit in the gym and still work out like crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
So shout out to Breathe Easy. If you need that, the link will be in the YouTube videos and whatnot. And also, if you're watching the video, hit that like button, that subscribe button. Make sure you follow Omeretta and Omeretta, and make sure you listen to the music because I promise you, this girl could really, really, really,
Yes.
really, really rap.
Facts.
And you actually like. You talk that shit.
nah.
You talk that. I was sitting there like my girl's like, who is she? And I was like, you know what? Let me play some shit.
Yeah.
I got
And
one
she
thing
was
I do
turned
want to
up.
say.
My son was turned up today.
Oh, yeah.
He was in here bopping.
Hey.
That ass.
One thing I do want to say, thank you for coming, but thank you for being you. Because
You welcome.
listen, a lot of people and a lot of people in this industry are not being themselves.
Thanks.
And you coming here, being your true, authentic self and just being real,
Yeah.
that right there alone is appreciated. And I
Thank
just
you.
want to say thank you, girl. You are beautiful. Thank you for
Thank you.
coming, girl. Listen, hey. And I'm getting ready for the fight because I want to see this.
Period.
And
Where
let
could
me
they
just
watch the
say-
fight at?
I'm gonna put the link in. I already put the link in my bio.
Okay. All right, shit. Let's get it.
All
I
right.
appreciate you.
We
Great.
gonna watch the fight on live.
Again, this is the Danza Project episode number 133 landed. I'll be trying to keep track of it all, but it's getting up there now. You know what I mean? 132? 133. Yeah, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck me up.
133.
You know what I mean? So stay tuned. On Sunday, we got Tony Ayo, Uncle Murder. Make sure you tune in. Appreciate you. Peace.